Yo, what's going on, people? King Rich is back again with another live stream. Yeah, this one's gonna be very, very interesting. Gonna talk about some very real issues that I think need to be addressed, and they are very much overlooked for some strange reason. It's not every day I'm gonna be talking about dating and relationships, bruh. Sometimes there are more important issues that need to be discussed. As always, I am open to women coming in and discussing. Big up Michelle in the chat. I'm open to women jumping on the live and giving their take and point of view on things. And on this one, I'm going to actually allow guys as well, because obviously this is not just a relationship dating issue. This is a community issue, right? And, as a black guy myself, I will admit that I was brainwashed just like everybody else. It wasn't until I started to travel, see other communities, mingle with people from other backgrounds, where I started to understand that in my own community, we have been tricked, and a lot of times we look at bad role models as heroes. So Michelle, the topic basically is criminal culture is basically pedestalized in the black community. Like, the black community basically looks up to bad role models, right? And it's something that it's never talked about for some strange reason. Like, it's never made a point. For some strange reason in our community, we always seem to look at criminals and rappers as heroes. Yeah, as like they are the role models. They are the people we aspire to be and the women aspire to be with. Yeah, and I think that this is a very dysfunctional aspect in our society. This is very prevalent in the UK. This is very prevalent in America. And for some strange reason, this kind of idea is consistently and constantly pushed. And this is why what you will find is a lot of black boys, they want to be rappers. Yeah, they want to be quote unquote entrepreneurs. They don't want to be doctors. They don't want to be engineers. They don't want to be scientists. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to be attorneys, solicitors, lawyers. And listen, I already know that there's going to be a lot of ignorant people that come in, because on TikTok, there's a lot of ignorant, immature people that are going to come in and say stupid things. I'm not going to address you because you're beneath me, right? You are beneath me, bro. Like, so I'm just not even going to hear any of that. So yeah, I think that there's just this push that road life, street life, hood life is glamorized. Yeah. The funny thing about this whole street life, gang culture is that it's actually the minority. It's not the majority of black people that are doing these things, that are involved in these things. Even in the, impoverished environments, low income environments, it's still the minority that are doing the serious activity, criminal activity, etc., etc. It's not the majority. Like, you've got like people who like the idea of that lifestyle. A lot of people that, they may have friends that are gang members, and then so they feel like they have this kind of pseudo affiliation to that life, but they're not really about that life. Like, I've known lots of people like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and even to a certain extent, I was like that as well, but I actually did bad things as well. Like, I actually did active things as well. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I wasn't nowhere near the worst, but, my hands weren't completely clean. Do you get what I'm saying? But by the grace of God, I never ended up having to do some mad prison sentence, or, I'm here, I'm still alive, like I'm not in the ground. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like it's just a thing like that. And again, we've got like stupid people. As soon as you write a stupid comment, you're just blocked. It's just really dumb, like, to write dumb comments when I'm talking about something that's serious. I'm talking about something serious, and then you come in saying something stupid, and then you just get yourself blocked. It's just dumb, right? It's just so dumb. Like, just well done, innit? But yeah. So most black people in the black community are not doing crime. They're not trying to be in that lifestyle. But for some reason, this minority group, who are the ones that are doing all the drilling and trapping, yeah, the ones that are doing the fraud and doing all this crazy stuff, they're the ones that seem to be given the most light. They're given the most platform. They're given the most push. They're given the most support. And I always found this to be kind of weird. And again, I was like everybody else, I was running around, staying out all night, going all over London, smoking, drinking, going parties, I'll be honest, I've robbed people, I've sold things I shouldn't have been selling. I've done things like these things. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I've been in fights on the street where weapons have been pulled and stuff like that. I've seen people get attacked with weapons right in front of me. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying that like I was some gang member. I'm just saying this was the environment I came from. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not some private school boy that doesn't know what he's talking about. Do you get what I'm from Southeast London, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So it wasn't until I got out of that environment and I got to mix with people from other backgrounds, like other demographics, yeah, where I started to understand that, like, this life is a lie, bro. Like, this life is not real. Especially when you travel. That's why traveling is so important, because you start to realize that the world is not just your one little corner. See, before I went to America, right, which is actually a worse example of this criminal culture worship. But when I went to America and I went to school there, and I met other international students, and I was meeting all different types of people, and I was away from my usual groups of friends that I was always hanging around, it's when my mind got opened up to the fact that, this is a big world that you live in. Like, this little environment, this little borough that you live in, where, you're looking up to the people who have got notorious names for doing crime and being bad man and all of this stuff. You're looking up to them guys like, oh yeah, those are the guys. They ain't nothing, really, on the grand scale, on the grand scheme of things. They're not really nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Even in the grand scheme of the criminal world, they're nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, I started to understand that, like, this is all brainwashing programming, even from the music. You listen to the music, bruh, like, it's a lie, bro. It's a lie. Glamorizing drilling and trapping, glamorizing violence amongst people that look just like you. They like every single song, every single rap, gangster, drill song basically goes on and on about violence between people within our own community primarily, bro. And on another topic of disparaging each other, or I can take your girl, I can sleep with your woman, just like very dysfunctional way of looking at life, making life a very cheap commodity. And I think that is very sad, to be honest. And I think that is sad that so many people within the black community particularly buy into this culture so heavily. They're so invested in this culture to the point where a guy who has been rapping about selling poison in his community and attacking other members of his community and doing all kinds of evil acts, he will get more support within his community, within the black community, than a guy that goes to university. Don't you think that's sad? A guy could go to university, be academics, be studious, do all the right things, right? Complete his degree, yeah, with a good grade, come out looking to be a legitimate member of society, but he won't get the same amount of praise as some rapper that comes and raps about drilling and trapping. Isn't that sad? Isn't that a sad state of affairs? And it's been like that since before I was even born. It's been like that. Like, but it gets to a point where, like, we need to see the lie for what it is. Because a lot of these rappers, and I know quite a few rappers, that's the funny thing. I'm not some guy that comes from the countryside. I was born and raised in the countryside. I'm a city boy. I'm a London boy. Yeah? Right? Like, a lot of these guys, they know that it's garbage themselves. A lot of these guys that are rappers, a lot of your favorite rappers, bro, they know that this is trash. They know that it's a lie as well. They wouldn't want their own children to be brainwashed by this so-called criminal culture worship. Because that's what it is. Unfortunately, we idol worship degenerates and dysfunctional people. People who couldn't be bothered to do the right thing. People who were not, they just didn't have the mental toughness to do the right thing. Because to do the right thing is hard. Doing the right thing is hard, bro. All you lot that do 9-to-5 jobs, you lot know it's not easy. You lot know it's not easy to get up out of your bed at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. You look outside. We live in the UK. We live in London. You know that the weather is crap. You wake up early as hell. You look out the window. The weather is raining. It's cloudy. It's cold. Drizzly. And then you come outside knowing that you got to go and make this journey to this job that you hate. Because most people work jobs that they don't like. Alright? And then you know you're going to be there for the next 8 hours. And somebody's going to be telling you what to do. You're going to have some manager harassing you for 8 hours straight. For what? A little £100 for the day. £120 for the day. Yeah? A portion of that you've already spent on travel for that day. Then after that 8 hours is done, you have to travel back home again. By the time you get home, there's nothing. The day's literally done. You might go gym for a little 45 minutes, an hour, whatever. Eat some food, watch a little bit of TV. The day's done. The day's done, bro. And then you do that for 5 days out of 7. Yeah? That's not easy to do that. It's well, I tell you what would be easier, to go and sell poison to your community. Yeah. Because doing this 9-to-5 is not as glamorous, is it? It doesn't sound glamorous waking up early to go somewhere you don't want to go and someone telling you what to do. It's not glamorous. How many rap songs have you heard someone rapping about doing a 9-to-5 job? No. It's not glamorous going to school for years and years and years and being academic and reading books and staying up late, revising for exams and just trying to cram all this information into your head. Yeah. It's not fun. It's not glamorous. I'll tell you what's glamorous. Selling poison to your community. living a violent lifestyle, attacking other people from the other side of town because they're from the other side of town. That's what's more glamorous. Let's go write some songs about that. Because we know that people in our community love that. They love it. Sad. Very, very sad, bro. And again, listen, growing up, my favorite rappers man, I was listening to all the usual rappers, bro. All the typical rappers you can imagine. I was listening to them. And what did these rappers tell you? They tell you what is real and what is not real. Because they tell you if you work in a job, you're lame. That's not real. I never had a job. How many times have you heard in rap songs like a rapper will brag about, I've never had a job. I've never worked a job. I watched a little podcast. It had Fabulous, Jim Jones, and somebody else, another rapper from America, like these American rappers. And basically, I remember Fabulous was talking about he's never had a legit job, but he remembers he did something while he was in school. And then Jim Jones was like, oh yeah, I never had a job. And he was all smirking and smiling. And it's like what? Do you think you're better than someone that's worked a 9 to 5? Do you think you're better than them? Because you rapped and probably sold poison to your community. So you think that you're better. And these are old men. This is the saddest thing. Like, I was just like, what are you grinning about? Oh, I've never had a job. I've never worked a job in my life. Looking down on people. Do you know the reality of this life is? If everybody was a quote unquote entrepreneur, some rapper, I'm a rapper, I'm an artist, I'm this, I'm that, or some criminal, do you know society would fall apart? Do you know that? Society would fall apart if everybody decided we're gonna be rappers, entertainers, and criminals. The whole society would fall apart. We need people to do the 9 to 5 jobs. They are important. They are a vital part of society, bro. Everybody. From the people that come and collect your rubbish in the morning, from the people that clean the toilets, from the people that are just the cleaners in the offices, bro, like the people that work in the supermarket, the security guards, the policemen, the firemen, the nurses, the child care, the people that look after kids and stuff like that, bro. They all matter. They all matter, bro. Just because you're some rapper entertainer doesn't make you better. And just because you're a criminal, it doesn't make you better. It actually makes you worse. Because, again, you didn't have the mental toughness to go and do a regular, normal, legitimate income because probably you're materialistic. You're probably trying to live up to some image. You're probably very, very superficial. You're probably doing it to go and attract some gold-digging chicks. Yes, bruv. Yes, bro. Let's keep it 300 today. Or you did it out of fear. Yeah. Let's really talk about this today, bro. Like, because a lot of these boys, they turn to being gang members. Number one, the first one is out of fear because they're probably scared. Scared to be by themselves, scared to be on their own too. And I understand if you live in some crazy, mad, crime-infested environment, some impoverished council estate, some place where, all the boys, they're already clicked up, they're already in gangs, and then there's you there. And then now if you're walking around on your own, you're now a target. Like, I get it, bro. I get it. But it's still, if you join that gang, you're joining that gang out of fear, bro. And I understand it, but we have to call a spade a spade. Or the other one, you're doing it to impress girls. Let's keep it real. Because when you're young, bro, what really matters? Being cool and impressing girls. And we know, unfortunately, especially in this community, the women seem to like criminals quite a bit. And it's very unfortunate, fam. It's very unfortunate. And I would love some women to jump on this live and speak about this fact. Because a lot of you women, you go and have babies for criminals. Your baby daddy's in prison. Yeah, and then you want to say he's a deadbeat, oh, he's this, he's that. Well, why did you choose somebody that lived that lifestyle? Of course, he was either going to head to prison or he's going to head to the grave. It's one of the two. Like, I don't understand this, bro. Like, I don't understand it. But the reality is because of the media and women are highly influenced by media. So if the media, by the music, the movies, social media, whatever, platforms, it keeps showing you criminals, rappers, criminals, rappers, criminals, rappers. They always getting support. They always getting money. All these media platforms, they're giving them money, making them look like they're so successful. Then now the women look at those guys as, oh, well, you know what? I want to be with a guy that's successful. I'm going to play the hypergamy game. I'm going to get with one of these guys. And plus, you know, he doesn't work a 9 to 5. It's crazy, bro. And it's not just the women, bro. The other aspect is, bro, we're very superficial, very materialistic and superficial. So the guys, you know, a lot of us guys, we don't value hard work and consistency. We want a quick fix. All right? We want a quick fix. So instead of thinking, okay, boom, like if I work this job, you know, and I stay consistent and I use this as a stepping stone to get what I want, save my money, keep my head down, blah, blah, blah. Instead of stacking the money legitimately and doing the right thing. No, we want a quick fix, bro. Quick fix. I want the Rolex today. I want the Range Rover today. You know, I want to date these girls. I want to date these IG models, and they're demanding that I take them to Sexy Fish and the Shard and Gaucho. I need that money today. I need to impress all my friends today. You know, because hard work is not praised in our community. It's not praised, bro. The grind, the legitimate grind, not just the grind, yeah, not the hustle. Because a lot of times when I hear the word grind and hustle, I always just have this criminal connotation to it. I'm talking about legitimate hard work, fam. Consistent. You know, the getting up when you don't want to get up, bro. Not taking the easy way. Because legit is not the easy way. It's not. Legit is not easy, bro. I already described why it's not easy. It's hard, bro. It's hard. Yeah, somebody said it. It's seen as corny. Oh, you work a 9 to 5. You're corny. Oh, what? You can't just go on holiday whenever you want. That's corny. Oh, you're listening. You got some manager. You got a boss. Oh, you're lame. Bruh. The hell are you talking about? The hell are you talking about? Oh, so you're better because you sell poison to your community. You help destroy people. Because if you're selling hard poison in your community, you're destroying people. That's the facts. Every time you hear these rappers talk about they sold this, they sold that, bro, it's poison, bro. It's not good for you. It's not healthy. It's not helping people. It's destroying people. It's dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional, bruh. Black people love making these guys heroes, bruh. Heroes. You can't say one bad thing about them. You have to watch what you say. You gotta be careful. This guy keeps asking stupid questions. You're blocked because you're just getting on my nerves, bro. You're out, bro. You're just out. I just don't have time for low intelligence people, low vibration, low intelligence. I just don't have time for it. I just don't have time for stupid people, bro. Some people you need to just be quiet and listen. Just be quiet and listen because you don't have the brain capacity. Like, you're low vibration. You've been listening to too much drill music and it's just fried your brain. Your brain is scrambled eggs. You need to just be quiet and listen, bro. There's a reason why socioeconomically black people are at the bottom. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why it just goes round and round in a cycle. Every generation goes, it just stays the same. But then you see the few outliers, you know, this rapper becomes successful, he gets awards. That rapper becomes successful, he gets awards. And then the multitude of black people look at them as heroes, as role models. They're doing such a positive thing. They're doing music. They're doing such a positive thing. Is it? Is it really that positive though? Is it really that positive? Let's really think about this. Let's take the we're entertained out of it, bro. We like the sound of that beat, or we like the sound of that voice, or whatever it is. Let's take that out of it and let's take that to the side and let's actually look at it analytically, like an adult would. We like somebody who has a good mental capacity. When we listen to these messages, what are these messages actually saying? What are these messages actually saying, bro? Because when you break down these messages and you actually read these lyrics, it's very, very dark. Even demonic. Some of these entertainers, they will openly tell you they're demonic as well. This is the funny thing. It's the irony. Because most people are sheep. Most people are just like lambs to the slaughter. Just like lemmings. Remember that game back in the day, that game Lemmings, where them little creatures would just walk off the cliff? Yeah, most people are just lemmings and lost. And when somebody like me, wakes up and actually starts trying to tell the rest of everybody the truth, they will turn around and say, you're a hater, you're hating. Or they'll make stupid comments, or like they'll just try to derail whatever you're saying. It's so sad, bro. So sad, bro. Someone said, we try to put y'all onto conscious rappers only for y'all to call their music slave music. I don't know about all of that. I've never heard of anyone saying conscious rappers are slave music. I've never heard of that. And to be honest, I don't really understand why we need rap so bad. Like, we need conscious rappers. I think we need to just turn to the actual productive people in our communities. Like, that's who we need to be listening to. We don't need to listen to rappers, bro. Why is rap music, why is that so important to black people? Why is it so important, bro? Entertainment. Yeah, you're being entertained and you're still broke. Being entertained and you're still unintelligent. You're being entertained and you still making broken families, bro. No generational wealth. Nothing. And the funny thing is, a lot of you idol worship these entertainers and these criminals and all of these stuff, and these people don't even see you as people, bro. That, I'm just being real. They don't even see you as anything. They look at you, you're below them, bruv. You're below them. They think they're above you. Yeah? Write you autograph. Yeah, go come to my concert. Oh, just want to say thanks to all the fans. They don't want to be around you. They don't want to be around you. And you idol worshipping them. When you're the one that actually, if nobody paid tickets to go and see them, they wouldn't have no show. But they are somehow up here and you're down here. I'll never go to no one's concert. That's not me. I don't go to no one's concert, fam. Bro, I've never paid to go to a music concert in my life, bro. Why would I do that? That's a joke. Why would I pay? Really think about this, you guys. Like, think about it, yeah? You're an average income person, man or woman, you're average income person, right? Living a normal, legitimate life, hopefully, right? Then you think, all right, okay, cool. This rapper who raps about selling poison packs to his community and how he's violent and probably tried to end people off, or he has end people off, and now he's stunting on you in every opportunity, wearing 100 chains, 100 watches, fast cars, and he's telling you that he can sleep with your girlfriend if he wants to. Yeah, now he's gonna go and do a show, and then you lot are all gonna buy tickets to go and watch him rap that stuff again to you. And you're paying to see him, even though he's telling you he's rich. You're paying to see him, even though he's telling you you're lame because you work a 9 to 5 and he doesn't. I would never, ever in my life pay to go watch no one at concert, bruv. That's a joke. That is a joke. I would feel like an idiot to do that, bruv. I'm sorry, bro. It's just not, it doesn't make any sense to me, bro. And they're telling you they're rich. So if they're rich, then the concert should be free then. If it's free, that's different. But if they're talking about you gotta pay £50 to go and watch them run around on stage for a little bit, and then it's not even like you get to meet the guy or meet the person. They're gonna be like distance away from you. You're not gonna get to meet the person. Like, I don't understand. This transaction doesn't make much sense, to be honest with you. It doesn't make sense to me, fam. Doesn't make no sense to me at all, bro. Not one bit. But you lot still idolize. Oh my God. Have you heard whatever rapper's song, bruv? Oh my God, bro. His song is oh my days, bro. You lot wetting yourselves, idol worshipping these guys, bro. Jolting. You lot are peasants. You lot are peasants, fam. You lot are peasants to these guys. These guys don't want to mingle with you. And there's another thing you got to understand, yeah? You see, with all these entertainment people and these entertainment platforms, you understand, yeah? It's very cliquey. It's very cliquey. Especially in the UK, yeah? Very cliquey, bruv. Yeah? So let's say, for instance, yeah, you are just by yourself, independent artist, rapper, whatever, or you want to be on social media or whatever it is, yeah? Boom, like, you want to get into the industry, bruv. If you don't know anybody that's already there, you don't have no brother, cousin, sister, uncle, somebody that's in this, or you're not friends with the right people, good luck. You're not going to get in, fam. You're not going to get in. or the only other way you're gonna get in is if you really build your audience by yourself, which is gonna be very, very difficult, and you push some certain agenda. If you push an agenda, and it could be simply just be a stereotype. You could literally be a black stereotype, like, just a dumb cartoon character, stereotypical black guy or black woman. Yeah, then now you might pass. You might get through. It's real like that, cuz. Real like that. But anyway, I want to hear you lot's opinions, man. You lot join the live. I want to hear you lot's opinions about this. I want to speak to you lot. Let's hear what you got. Let's hear some of you lot's opinions about what's being said, man. I spoke enough. Hello.
Yo, King Riches.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, yeah, I totally agree with you, I totally agree with you. Like, I listen to like jazz, like, classical music because it cleanses my soul. Like this rap thing, like, I'll be in, back when I was in high school, like, the way everybody was just obsessed over rap, I'll be like, what are you guys doing? You guys are just sheep, just following people, all about, rapping about drugs, women, what else? Killing people. Like it's low vibrational music. Low vibrational music. And low vibrational music does something to your mind, does something to your soul. If you listen to it every single day, what does that do to a person? What does that do
Yeah,
to a person?
yeah, facts. And it's just like people don't really think about it, but like if you really deep it, yeah, every time let's say you make up your mind you want to do something bad, yeah, and you want to hype yourself up. What would you do to hype yourself up?
You would listen to that rap music.
You're gonna listen to rap music, bruv. Why? Because it's got a low vibration to it, bruv.
Yeah,
So it gets
yeah,
you ready. Like,
yeah,
let's say you went like I box in it. I'm a boxer, yeah.
yeah,
Let's say the typical person, because I don't do this no more, yeah.
yeah,
But the typical person, if they were gonna go and have a fight, and they know they're getting ready to go and have a fight, what are they gonna listen to? They're gonna listen to probably drill music.
yep,
They're gonna listen to some hardcore gangster rap music, something negative to get that
yeah,
negative energy high, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah.
because the energy is low vibration, it's negative
It's
energy,
negative,
bro.
yeah,
Everything in this world is energy, fam.
yeah,
Like, now, me personally, I believe in the Most High, in it, yeah,
yeah,
of the Bible, in it, yeah.
yeah,
So, I mean, my mindset, my ideology about this is that there's good energy and there's evil energy, bro. Like, so you like if you're gonna do something good, you can't really use evil energy to it
yeah,
doesn't work,
yeah,
and vice
yeah,
versa.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, but regardless of that, yeah, it's not even just the music. It's just that it's like these rappers and
yeah.
criminals are
Yes.
like the heroes amongst black
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
I just this always just blows my mind. Like, and I've talked about this like from years ago, but it's just
Yeah.
like nobody seems to ever talk about this. It's like it's never talked
Yeah.
about, bro.
And let's
But
be
it's in
honest.
everyone's faces, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and I
And
don't
let's
understand it, bro. Like think about this, yeah. All these platforms that you see that are blowing up now, like respectfully, most of these are ex-criminals, ex
Yeah.
this, ex that, but like talking about jail stories, prison stories, this, like,
Yeah. And
bruh, like
yeah.
I
And
don't know, bro. Like
yeah.
it's like
And do
it would make sense if it was just one aspect, but and it was balanced.
yeah.
But it's not balanced, bro.
Bro, and you see
It's
these
one
young
sided.
you see these young black boys emulating Drake, all these people. But most let's be honest, most of these rappers, like if you look at Tupac's old videos, he kinda gave a bit gay, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie to you. Like all
Yeah. Now, do you know what? Do you know
Well,
what's mad? Yeah. Do you know
yeah,
what's
I
mad?
think
Yeah? Do you know what's
that's
mad? Yeah. Like I used to be a big Tupac fan when I was growing up. Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, like now I look at that whole thing different, bro.
Some of these rappers are
Different.
yeah, yeah.
But
yeah,
let
I
let
think
Drizzy speak. Go on, go on.
yeah, as well. In but basically the hip hop rap industry has been hijacked deliberately to push the narrative, as you've highlighted, right?
Mm,
And in its early inceptions, right, it was revolutionary. It was a genuine expression of people who didn't have a voice.
mm,
And then, and for me, I remember like in the early 90s, right? Like, and I really got into hip hop in the UK. And then my mates was looking at me sideways because they were more into like jungle and bashment, ragga, and I was into hip hop.
mm.
But then it's like for me, it was a lot more creative and there was a lot more wordplay, and there was all sorts, right? And for instance, you think about it, right? Like Wu Tang, Nas, back them days, right? They were just talking about their experiences. They weren't really hyping up the criminality. They were just saying that they came from poverty, they had to do what they had to do. I'm not rating it, but there were more storytelling. However, the industry got taken over because there was like, oh look, the youths are gravitating to this, so let's use this as a vehicle to push this criminal mindset. And then, for instance, right, like Tupac wasn't really getting any traction with his kind of lovey-dovey, and then
Yeah, he was
once he
he
got
was he was a little he was a good boy. Like he was a good boy, bro. He started off a good boy, drama student. Like it's mad because I've done the whole research about him, bruv. Like it's mad. Like his transformation from what he was, which was some sweet boy, kind of like he acted a bit fruity, yeah, to thug life was mad. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But go on, carry on.
Yeah, well, after he got shot and robbed, and then he went, inside.
Yeah,
Then he flipped the script. He was just like, right, this is what sells. This is what people want to hear. So I'm
yeah,
gonna just go hard on the thing. But he wasn't really about that life because that's why he
yeah,
got caught slipping, literally. And Biggie wasn't even no gangster either. He was just like, do you know what I mean? He was just playing the part. But I think people didn't seem to realize that they were actors essentially,
yeah.
and they took what they were saying like for real, and then they brought it into real life and then started acting it out. So yeah, like, I get what you're saying. It's like people need to have a certain level of discernment, and as you said, the whole idol worshipping thing. When like for me, what I find absolutely crazy is like when you see these women, like when they go, like at a Chris Brown concert, I'm just like, and you know what? It's like my mate, right? Like he's married with Mrs. and that, and but it's so casual, right? For them just to say, "Oh my god!" Like if I went to a Chris Breezy concert, da 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 da, like I was hyping it. I'm just thinking to myself, mate, like your husband's right there. What are you talking about?
Yo, yeah, 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 bro. Yeah, do you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, like a couple years ago, me and a couple of people we went to do interviews outside the Chris Brown concert at the O2, right? And we were like, I was interviewing women, like, and I was asking them, like, oh yeah, like, yeah, the Chris Brown concert. Does your boyfriend know you're here? They're like, yeah, and they were like, oh. I would ask them like, "Oh, would you cheat on your man with Chris Brown?" And they, bruh, like 99.9% of them said
Oh
yes.
no,
Like,
crazy.
and they was even saying things like, "Well, my boyfriend shouldn't have a problem with it because it's Chris Brown." I'm thinking, who the hell is why the f do you care if it's Chris Brown or not, bruv? And don't forget this: Chris Brown was done for DV against a woman, bro. He
Mm,
committed DV against a woman, and women still love him. That's how crazy this thing is, bro.
yeah, the idol
Criminal,
worshipping is mad.
like you got people, you got criminals that have done some horrible things in real life, and they still get idol worship, bro. Like it's so weird, bro. Like, God, you have to defend them. You have to defend them. Like, oh yeah, you got to see it from their point of view. Why? Because if it was a regular guy, if it was a regular black guy that done those things, oh, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done, bro.
Can I
He's
also
out, bro.
can I
Like,
also say something?
yeah,
Even rap has influenced the way people dress. Like, for example, you see lots of black boys dressing in all black, and that sends a stereotype. Like for me, for example, when I'm walking outside now, I don't wear a lot of black anymore because it presents a certain stereotype of like, oh, like it's gonna make me look like a bad man. Like for example, when I'm talking to old white people, yo, my British accent escalates because I'm like, I don't want them to know that I'm like the the stereotypical black boy they see
Stereotype,
on
yeah.
the screen, talking about gang, sex, women, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's about portrayal as well. It influenced the way black people have been portrayed in the media.
Yeah, look at how it is now. Like, bro, like, see you go Stratford, yeah.
Yeah.
You go Stratford Shopping Centre, bro. You see all these black boys. They're literally all dressed in the same uniform, bro.
Tracksuits.
That same Nike Tech fleece, that same tracksuit, bro. It might be dark blue, but usually it's black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're wearing black Air Forces, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. And then now because of lockdown, now everybody's wearing masks. Like they
Bro,
think
why
they're
is
ninjas,
everybody?
bro.
Why
Everyone
is
thinks they're
everyone
ninjas
wearing
now.
a Bali?
Like,
Why?
bro, like this is
like-
sad, bro. It's sad, fam.
And they complain that they get stopped in the street. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. If I was a police officer, if I saw you wearing a Bali outside, I'm questioning you. If you come into my shop,
Bro,
you're all black.
I'm a fighter, bro. I'm a guy that people don't look at and think, oh yeah, he's an easy target, he's a victim. That people do never think that when they see me because they know it. You could kind of see, yeah. But even me, I'm looking when I'm walking through and I see these boys, I'm thinking, what are they up to, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm thinking that, the kind of person I am, what about these other people, bro?
Yeah.
Like like come on, like
what
do you get what
about-
I'm saying? And it's the culture. It's not even just the music. It's the whole culture, bro. It's just
if you
not
had
good, bro.
if you had a corner shop right now and a group of black boys, all black tracksuits, somewhere in Bali's, come into your shop, you are gonna question some things, right? You are gonna you're gonna be alert and like look at the cameras. Like for example, me, whenever I come into a corner shop, bro, I'm being looked at differently.
Yeah.
And it's because of the stereotypes that have already been, being pushed by this type of music, this type of rap music.
Look, someone in the chat says, I think you're deep in it too much. No, it's not deep
we're
in
not
it
deep
too
in
much.
it, guys.
This is, you see the fact that you said, I think you are deep in it too much? That's why the community is fucked. That's why. Because too
Land
many
Rip, you'll
people
get
have that.
banned.
Hold on, bro. Too many people have that mentality in our community. Too many.
Yeah. Bro,
That's the problem, fam.
There's even rap gospel, bro. Rap gospel. What is that?
It's time to challenge these stereotypes, bro. Like it's about time because you see the way the world is turning, bro. Like, fam, this can't carry on much longer, bro.
Yeah. So
Like, bro, they're putting CCTV everywhere. AI is taking over everything, bro. Like, people need to get their act together, bro.
Yeah. What music do you
Like,
listen
for real, like, it's not a joke no more.
Alexa, you
What
said
music
you
do you
need
listen
to
to?
challenge the stereotypes and not succumb to them. So if you don't mind my asking, what do you think about men who wear like crop top and flares?
What?
Yeah, because I feel like there's a level of
That's dress up, yeah, but a crop top and flares, that's something more you'd see a
no,
woman wearing
because
though.
men are wearing it, Riches. That's what I'm trying to say. If you actually look at like fashion now, well, what's considered as high fashion, I feel like a lot of the time they're trying to make male high fashion very feminine.
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't
if
think the majority of guys are buying in for that though.
People
What's the topic then?
no, people are.
This is
Look at a
man,
lot of
but
these
nah, man, I don't think-
influencers.
I don't
Look
think
at
if you
what
go
a
if you
lot of
like I don't like honestly I don't think the majority of black guys, especially younger black guys, are wearing flares with crop tops. That's not
I
true.
feel like in the influencer world is common. Maybe not necessarily
Is that the general? Is that general?
I feel like a lot of people are starting to follow certain fashions. I do.
A whole lot of I
This is
feel. A
about
whole lot
rap
of I
music.
feel.
Hold on, one at a time, Go on.
I don't know if I'm the only one. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are saying it in the comment. Bare people are wearing flares. Bare men are wearing certain things that are like I would consider feminine. Even like these rappers who are
that's a different agenda.
even like these rappers who are celebrities. Like, look at all these rappers. Like, what's it called? You got Lil Uzi. You've got ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
Like, if you actually look at what they're wearing, what they're wearing is considered as high fashion, but it's very feminine. If you look at them,
But
all
I'll be real.
BBG,
What they're
all of
wearing
them.
but hold on, like you see what they're doing in America. We're always kind of different to them if
But
you clock
people
onto
here
it.
are doing it. Come on, Richard. You
Yeah,
mean to
but
tell
it's
me you
not.
ain't
Yeah, but
seeing in
like
that
it's
influencer
not in
scene?
general though. Like it's not. It's not like if you walk outside and you see 100 black guys, they're wearing flares and crop tops. That's not true. Like you're talking about it like it's like the norm. That's not the norm.
I
Like
feel like it's
when you
becoming
go
more.
outside, what do you see? You see black boys wearing black Nike tech fleeces with their hoods up. You don't
I
see them
don't
wearing
know.
crop tops. What are you talking
I
about?
don't know. I don't know.
You don't
I
know.
feel like I'm starting to see a change in men. No, I'm being honest. I'm starting to
Wow.
see a change in men's fashion. Like honestly speaking.
I don't know about that, but
Can
yeah,
you
but
rise
that's
the
another
guy that's
agenda.
saying?
But like, look. I don't want to confuse the topic,
Okay.
yeah, because you're talking about something else, which is a different agenda, which is valid. That's a valid point, and I do get what you're saying, but that's not really the core of what we're talking about today.
Okay.
What we're talking about today is the worship of rappers and criminals in amongst black people. That's what I'm talking about today. Because that is always overlooked. Always. And I think that is weird. Why is that always overlooked?
Riches, can I make a point?
Go on.
So I'm not from London, but I'm from Ireland. But it's pretty much the same thing, basically. But have you noticed when other races of people speak to us, like white boys, whatever, the first thing they do is try and speak with us with slang, or
Yep.
they try and mention something to do with like pop culture, like
Yep.
oh, Top Boy. And I always find it funny that other black guys don't see a problem with this, and I'm like, don't you
It's
understand?
cringe.
Like they don't even respect you. Like
They don't.
they only see you through a media lens.
Facts. Facts.
They
Or
don't,
or, or if they don't talk with slang, it's like if they don't know where you're from, they'll try and say some Jamaican thing phrase or something.
yep,
Like, am I the only one that's clocked that? They'll put this little Jamaican accent to say something to you. I'm not even Jamaican. I'm Nigerian, bruv.
yep.
What you doing, bruv?
If not Jamaican, they'll make a comment or say something like, "Oh, do you eat jollof rice?" Or like they'll just make a stupid
Like
comment. Like
something. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And to me, I always just like, I would just ignore, or I just change the subject because I know I'm just trying not to get upset, bruv. Because I know I'm going to say something that's just going to make it mad awkward for everybody, bruv.
you should experience it within the workplace. It's worse in the
Oh
workplace.
yeah,
Like
definitely in the
honestly,
workplace.
it's in the workplace. It's like it's so intolerable. Like honestly speaking, the amount of microaggressions, especially as a black woman, you get in the workplace. It's yeah.
All
It's
right,
a
go on.
lot.
Tell us the black woman's experience with the microaggressions. Go on.
So okay, a perfect example. Say like you leave your hair out. They'll be like, oh my gosh, you left your hair out today. Oh my gosh, how did you do your hair like that? Or even if you get your braids done, oh my gosh, how did you do your hair? How long did it take? Oh my gosh, can you get your hair wet? Like you'll just get stupid questions like that. Like they'll be so fascinated about, I wouldn't even say it's fascinated. I feel like they're just taking a mick. Like they will ask stupid questions like that. Like even, oh, you wearing a wig today, or you got your braids done, or like, oh, how long does it take to do your braids? Or how did you do that? Like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. And then if you leave your hair out, it's like, oh my gosh, how did you get your hair like that? How you get your hair to stay there? How do you get your hair to get in an afro? Like just stupid questions. Like just stupid questions.
Unpopular
Honestly.
opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
What's that?
Unpopular opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with them asking.
Okay.
I do because it's not genuine.
Exactly, it's not genuine.
It's not genuine.
They're patronizing.
It's very patronizing when they're asking these questions. They're not saying it like they have concern or they're generally asking because they're never going to do their hair like that. They don't have the desire
Exactly.
to do their hair like that.
Why would they
That's
care?
why they do things like that. It's the microaggressions.
Yeah. To be honest, it can be either or, but I think a lot of times it is the patronizing side. It is the patronizing side, bro. Because they don't really care. Why do they
They
care?
don't.
They're
Why
country.
exactly?
Why would they care when they know they're the majority in their country? They don't need to assimilate to
Yeah.
you.
Can I just make one
Do you know what I'm
point?
saying?
Do you know how I started dealing with that stuff? I just respond with a throwaway statement because I know they don't
Yeah.
really care, so neither do I. So I'll just say anything random that comes to mind, and I don't
Yeah,
even care if it even makes any sense because I'm just like, right, what you said to me, I don't know. I'm not even processing it. I'm just gonna respond with anything, and
yeah.
then I'll just leave it at that. And if they don't get it, I'm just like, right, I'll just probably say another random statement that
Especially
probably
as
don't
a
make any
black
sense.
guy, you got to be extra careful because it's probably best to just say something random that doesn't make sense because, like, you know, you're angry black guy intimidating. Oh my god, King Richard said this to me, and
Black
it
men
was
straight
aggressive.
away. If you lot
I felt
respond, you're
nervous.
aggressive.
Yeah. Can I just
Yeah,
add something on
Go on,
Bev's
Yana,
point?
go on.
Sorry, I just picked up on the live before I'm going to bed, so just a quick one.
Yeah.
On Bev's point with like the hair extensions thing, I completely agree because if you ask a white woman how long it takes to color her hair, like they're sat in the chair for 6 to 8 hours. But when you say, oh, you know, when they go like, oh, how long did it take to do your braids? Oh, 5 hours. What? Really? I could never sit in the chair that long. But when they do their hair, they get tape-ins and all these microlinks. It takes equally as long. So
Yeah.
I think it's just a thing where, you know, as a black woman or black man in the office, you're just the muse. You know what I mean? And subject of discussion. So I just wanted to make that point.
No, I hear that.
It's because we're also very versatile when it comes to hair. Like we'll have different types of braids, different type of cornrows. Sometimes we might wear wigs. Sometimes you'll leave your hair out. I think the versatility just confuses them, honestly speaking.
But you know the truth is that someone just said in the chat, which is true. They said, "But we are in a foreign land as a minority," and that's true. So they don't have to. They don't have to be quote unquote sensitive to our journey or life or whatever because they're the majority and it's their country
What has
really.
my hair got to do with work? Just out of curiosity, what has my hair got to do with work?
Yeah, because they don't have to be sensitive to oh yeah, don't ask me questions about my hair. They don't have to do that because they're not necessarily because really and truly you can perceive it as patronizing, but on the surface they can say no, I genuinely was asking a question, and that's it.
King Rich's quick
And
question.
trust me, the
What
hair
music,
thing
what
is
music
not
do you
even the
listen to?
wickedest. And for me, this is why I don't know. Maybe I've worked in a corporate environment for too long, and I've just developed tactics to just kind of I don't know, let it go over my head because yeah, it's just like yeah, it's just one after another, and then it's like right, like you know, I've got other things to focus on, and if I'm gonna react to that, it's just gonna distract me off what I need to do. I don't know. It doesn't even register with me
I don't
anymore.
know.
I get it.
I feel like the hair thing is one, but then another thing is, for example, when you bring packed lunch. Oh my days! Like if
Ew,
you
what's
bring your
that? Is that
food,
foo-foo?
exactly. If you bring your food into work and oh my gosh, what's that smell? Oh my gosh, what are you eating? Oh my gosh, what seasoning did you use to season that? And this and that, and it's just like it even puts you off even wanting to bring packed lunch to work.
Sorry.
Like
No,
honestly,
I hear that, but we're kind of straying from the topic, like, and I really want to get everyone's view on the topic because we're talking about things that are kind of it's diverting away, and I'm not really feeling that. Yeah, let's stick to the topic. Yeah, the topic is the black community, black people. They idol worship criminal culture and rappers, criminals and rappers, bro. And I believe that is a big problem. That's a big mistake, which sets us back. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I really want to delve into because this is something that it's just been consistent. From before I was even born, it's been like this. So, like, what do you lot think about it?
initially music was a way of freedom for our ancestors. Music was a form of expression. So I just think over time, I feel like music has actually been corrupted because if you actually look at the foundations of rap and hip hop, that all comes from jazz, from beatbop, which is from like slavery times. But like I said, I don't know, along the lines, I feel like music has just been corrupted because our ancestors used music as a form and as
Yeah,
expression.
but we're not in that time anymore, though.
I'll be real.
Like, I feel like I'll be honest with you, yeah. And this is the way my brain works. Like, I don't give a crap what was going on before. We are too smart and too advanced, yeah? We have the internet. We have resources to know the history of everything that's going on and blah, blah, blah. We're so advanced now. How can we still go on and on about what happened 400 years ago, bruv? Bro, like, right now, we as individuals, all of us, we make choices for ourselves. It's not because of someone that lived when we didn't even know that person, bruv. We have to make choices now. We understand what the society we live in. We understand the discrimination we go through. We understand that we are ethnic minorities and our mum and dad told us we got to work 5 times harder than every white man to get the same results. We know that, bruv. So why are we still looking at rappers and criminals as superheroes when they're not, bro?
I think the issue's a lot deeper. I hear what you're saying, and generally I do agree, but I think the issue's a lot deeper than that. And when we're trying to unpack almost 400 years of trauma, it's not as simple as just stop doing it. This is a generational mindset that's been passed down throughout centuries, not even generations, centuries. So it you know,
Yeah,
I know
what I'm saying, I'm not saying that history is totally irrelevant.
Yeah,
What I'm saying is we know what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? How many do you need to say, oh, 400 years ago there was slavery. 400 years ago there was slavery. 400 years ago there was slavery. Bro, that was 400 years ago.
But Riches, I think it's also like, I mean, okay, I'm not delving too much into conspiracy rabbit hole because I'm a bit of a conspiracy nut, but there's a lot of things that have been done along the way to kind of put a stunt on the growth of Black communities. And I know we shouldn't be blaming others, but for example, we look at America, Black Wall Street. They dropped bombs on Black Wall Street, obliterated the place, and then put drugs into the Black neighborhood. Yeah. You know, I know these things. I think it's getting better because there's more and more information available, so we can access these things. Whereas before, it was just labeled conspiracy. Yeah. But I think now, you know, with all this information available to us on TikTok, YouTube, all of these things, I think our generation is becoming a bit more enlightened, you know, but I hear it.
Yeah, but like, okay, cool. So, like, what? So, okay, why is it? Okay, I want to ask, and I want to ask the newer guests as well. Yeah. Why do you believe that Black people? Because I've got my own theory, but I will let you lot say it first. Why do you believe Black people are so like hyper focused on rappers and criminals?
I don't
like, why they seem to be heroes? When really and truly that's the minority of Black men, number one, and there are a lot of examples of legitimate Black men that do legitimate things and are successful. Why is it that we only look at to Stabby the rapper? Or
I don't think that's actually what's happening though. I think what's happening is the media is picking and choosing what they want to promote and what they want to push through the algorithms. That's what's happening.
Exactly.
When we speak on a one-to-one basis, like when I speak to you or when I go speak to my friends, they're not saying that they look up to these other rappers. And even if they did, they're talking about people like Jay-Z and like the business aspect of what he's done or what 50 Cent's done with you know, doing power and these things. So they're not talking about like what they were doing 20 years ago in the rap game and on the streets. They're talking about where they've come from, how far they've come and how they've turned their life around. So I think it's just, and we see it all the time with social media. It's not just in our own communities, even with celebrities from every race. Negative news gets pushed more. Negativity.
But don't you see how that can still be a problem if the first person you not you personally, but the first person you think of when you think, oh, a Black guy that done well, then you talk about Jay-Z and 50
no,
Cent.
I said that to illustrate that even when you know, our BLK men are looking up to other men that may have come from the streets. They're not looking up to them for their past. They're looking up to them for where they're at now. That's why I said Jay-Z and 50 Cent, because they come from that background.
But this is the thing. They still came from that though.
But don't forget,
you're missing the point of why I brought that up.
No, but listen to my logic, yeah?
Yeah.
If you look at 50 Cent of Jay-Z, right? and you're like, okay, well, he's successful. They're these businessmen. They created this. They created that. That's someone to aspire to emulate, right? Bruh, they came from somewhere. So you're not just going to look at where they are. You're going to look at their timeline. You're going to
Yeah,
look
but
at
that's
what
what
did
I'm
they
saying.
do?
They're not
What did
glamorizing
they do
that.
to get? You're going to look at, and I'm a guy, and I'm telling you, this is how guys are going to think. They're going to think, how can I even get to that position that he's in to do the things that he's doing now? Oh, he sold poison in his community. Well, you know what? If he done it, then there must be some kind of like
I
something
hear
good
what you're
out of
saying,
doing
but
that.
But don't
Because
forget,
not what I
behind
was.
these
there's no
rappers,
That
negative
wasn't the
judgment
point I
on it.
was
It
saying.
kind of dilutes the negative connotation to doing those things because it's like a success story.
but
You get what I'm
Richard,
That
you
saying?
wasn't.
also
Yeah,
got to
I hear what you're
remember
saying, Richard, but that
behind
wasn't
these
the point of what I
rappers
was
is a
saying.
lot of the let's just say the corporate YT people pushing this agenda of these drill rappers, whether you like it or
Yeah, but
not.
black people support it as well, though.
But
Yo,
what
Richard.
I'm trying to say is, as Top Barb was saying, a lot of the time the negative things is what the media pushes out. And remember, it's the YT people behind this pushing out these agendas.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with
So
you.
hence why I'm saying, like, for example, you will get the positive black role models. The YT people ain't really checking for them like that. Don't forget they have, I'm not even trying to sound like a conspiracist, but they do have a lot of control when it comes to the media.
Media, yeah.
So they are pushing a lot of the negative things that are going on in the BLK community. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but this is the thing, yeah? They can like whatever they want, yeah? But at the same time, if there was none of these guys there to create this media, there would be nothing to push.
No,
Do you
because
get
you
what I'm
got
saying?
Central. No, you got
And the thing
Central
is,
C.
let me make this point
They'll
quickly.
just
Yeah,
make a
the
Central
reason,
C.
let me just say this. I'm gonna let you speak straight after. Yeah, like I do a lot of reaction videos on YouTube. Yeah, a shameless plug. King Rich is on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. All of that. Yeah. Boom. Anyway, yeah, I do a lot of reaction videos to Pop the Balloon or Find Love videos. Various platforms, not just the biggest one. All these different platforms. Guess what you notice every time these guys come out? These guys come out, oh, what's your name? What's your age? And what do you do? Guess what they always say, bruv? I'm an artist. I'm a rapper. They always say that, even if they've got a regular job. I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. I rap songs, you know what I'm saying? Bruv, why, bruv?
Well, I
Why is
mean,
that like
Bro,
the
bro, bro,
pinnacle of
bro, bro.
success
Well,
to black guys to
I'll
be
be
a
so
rapper,
to
real,
be
bruv?
fair,
Riches. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, let's be real. The type of shows that you're talking about, the producers seek out rappers and up and coming artists that are looking for a platform to promote their stuff. So that's why you're gonna see that a lot of the time. A normal guy that works a normal job is not looking to go and pop the balloon.
But
Let's
even
be
in real
real.
life as well,
You know why I
we know
agree with
there's
that?
loads of
Because,
failed rappers, bro,
but
in
okay,
real life.
cool. Fair enough though, Richards, but I agree with Top Pub because if we're gonna be real, a rapper's not going on The Apprentice.
Right.
Like, come on. A
Oh,
rapper's not.
why
you
not?
know, the
No,
lifestyle.
hold on, why not? Why
I don't
Come
not?
know.
on,
Ask them,
Richard.
but
Richard,
they're not on
Why
there.
seriously?
not?
But they're
Come
not.
No,
You're
on.
gonna
I'm
have to
asking
ask
you
them.
genuinely, why not? Why would these rappers, if they're really about business, like they want to be like Jay-Z, right? They want
Because
to be
to
like
them,
50 Cent,
that's not
right? So
really their market.
why wouldn't they go on The Apprentice?
Because
Why?
to them, that's not really their market. They're very small
Their
minded.
market.
Yes,
But
that's not their market. It
surely if
don't
you
fit
went
their
on The
brand.
Apprentice, surely if you go onto The Apprentice, it's not about market, is it? It's about you going to try and land a successful position that would put you in a position where you can make some big things happen.
No, I agree, but let's be real. These rappers will end up on shows like Pop the Balloon in comparison to The Apprentice.
Right.
It don't fit their brand, so they're not gonna go on The Apprentice. You might go on The Apprentice because
I can't lie. Their
you
target
have a
audience is
different.
not watching The
Yeah,
Apprentice.
you might go on
Like,
The Apprentice because you have a
Who's their
different
target
mindset.
audience? Okay,
But
cool. Who's their
people that
target
watch Pop the
audience?
Balloon is
Who's
more
their target audience?
people that want to listen to brain rot and watch brain rot.
like,
Yeah, but
come on.
no, but break it down. Let's do some
Yeah, the
market
brain rot
research.
consumers.
Who is
Yeah,
that? Who's their
the same
consumer?
I
people
would
that are
say
gonna
the
watch
youth.
brain rot like Pop the Balloon are gonna listen to their trashy rap
I would
songs.
say the youth. The youth. I think the youth.
Yeah,
I think it's the youth. I think
Yeah, they love
most of it
brain
is the
rot.
youth.
What do you mean?
Because
The
I
youth
think
love
the
brain
people that
rot.
watch Pop the Balloon is I don't even necessarily think it's the youth like that. I think it's like probably like
Bro, it's kids,
23
bro.
up.
But
Bro, it's
But
I would
but
like
teenagers.
to
who's
add
listening to those
another point
rappers?
there.
Their market audience starts from like 11 years old, fam. Even maybe even younger than that. So it's not really. I don't know. I think anyway. Anyway, Jen, let's let Jen speak. Yen, go on.
Oh, me, bro, personally, bro, what you said about like the black kids like following, wearing the Nike Techs and everything, bro. But listen, you know that they only wear these Nike Techs, yeah, just because they see other people wearing it, bro. You know that, bro. Because there was this time, yeah, this guy, he was in a full Nike
Hey,
Tech.
can
He
you
was,
talk louder? You're really low volume, bro.
bro, it's because of, I don't know, it's because of my microphone, bro. Bro, he wanted to play basketball, yeah, bro. Yeah, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, he wanted to play basketball, and he had a full Nike Tech. I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, bro, it's these YNs, bro. Like these YNs are here again, bro. He was such a quiet. He was quiet. He was shy, and I'm like, yo, this guy, he has a completely different personality from what he looks like, and I'm like, bro, he can't be the Nike Tech, but he doesn't listen to like drill music and stuff like that, bro. He's just a guy that sees other guys wearing Nike Techs, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get one, bro. Bro, every time I walk into JD, yeah, I feel like buying an item, but I just don't buy it, bro, because I know it's just not worth it, bro.
So what's your
That's what I'm
point?
saying. But what I'm saying is, bro, what you saying about the night second, like these guys being like criminals and stuff like that, and they're like
I never said
idolized.
they're criminals because they
I'm
wear
not
Nike
saying
Tech.
okay,
I
my
never
bad,
said
but
they're
like
criminals.
you say
I
they're like
never said
idolized criminals and stuff like
hey
that, bro.
hey hey. I never said that they're criminals because they wear Nike Tech. I never said that.
Bro, you said they idolize criminals. My bad, bro. I'm not. I'm saying that they do
No, you
not
said
idolize
No,
rappers.
but
criminals, bro.
like what you're saying is a completely different thing to anything I've said. So like that whole thing you just said, I don't know,
I'm just
like
explaining
I'm
to you
just
that.
saying this because the reason why we was talking about the Nike Techs is because at the end of the day, yes, the youth are influenced by the media, bro. Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
observation was made that if you see a lot of these youths, they're dressed like gang members, bro. Like they're just all in black. They're all
Yeah,
wearing Nike
bro,
Tech
I agree
fleeces,
with you,
bro.
bro.
Like, I'm not saying they definitely are. I'm not saying if you wear Nike Tech fleece, you're a gang
Oh yeah,
member.
that's
But I'm
my
just
bad, bro. That's
saying
my bad.
it's an image. It's an image, bro. Especially if they wear masks on their face. What does that? What
Bro,
would
no
you
one wears
think?
a mask in 2025, bro. Like no one does that anymore,
Oh
bro.
my days, bro.
Bro, and
Bro, what are
besides,
you
bro,
talking
I
about,
literally
bro?
said, bro,
What are you
I
talking
said it, bro.
about,
These
bro?
kids
I'm
be
saying
wearing
just because
If
they're
I
masks.
They're
go
wearing
out on
wearing
my
Nike,
masks
estate
These
right
now,
kids
now,
are
bro.
wearing
if I
masks.
go out
They're
on my
still
estate
wearing
right now,
masks,
there's gonna
bro.
be at least 5 young people in balaclavas if I leave my house right
bro.
now.
Right now, bro.
Right
Right
now.
now. What are you on
Yo,
about? I don't know
what
where
I'm
you
saying is,
live, bro.
bro,
Huh?
nigga, what I'm saying is they do not act like gangsters and stuff like that, bro. They're just wearing the uniform. That's what I'm saying, bro. So you can't really judge them, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Bro,
it's not
we're
hard,
I
bro.
talking
think
about stereotypes. I'm judging stereotypes, bro.
Exactly, bro. The stereotypes are
Yeah.
wrong. They're wrong,
What do you mean? What's
What?
explain yourself? I really want to
bro.
hear this.
You
What am
can't
I
judge
wrong
someone
about,
because of
bro?
what they're wearing, but that's what I'm saying.
Bro, you know people judge you on your appearance. You do realize that, right?
Exactly, yeah, I know that, bro. I know that.
You know,
But I'm saying if
like
you're a
people,
small individual, you
listen,
wouldn't judge
listen,
everyone.
listen,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
listen.
yeah.
Before when you meet somebody, yeah, before you've even spoken, they've already made some preconceptions
Exactly.
about
They
you,
got a
bro.
perception of you, but yeah.
Yeah, you do it as well. You do it to other people as well,
Exactly,
bro.
bro.
Don't
Sometimes,
forget
yeah, the
that. You do
perception
it as
can be
well. So
reality
when you see
sometimes.
people, so if you see somebody, yeah, especially
Yeah.
let's say you see them at night and they're all dressed in black and they got a balaclava on, what
Yeah,
are you
that's
gonna
mad,
think?
bro.
What are
That's
you gonna
mad, bro.
think?
I'm gonna feel weird, bro. I'm gonna like, yo, what you doing, bro? Why'd you go bunny on?
Exactly. So why is it that so what is your point now? Like
Bro, I'm just
if
saying,
you know that
bro.
if somebody's image looks a certain type of way and it will make you think a certain type of way, why would you have what is your argument at this
Bro, my
point?
point is, you can't really judge anymore, cause bro, these guys are doing it because of the trend, bro. It's because they've seen other guys doing it. No one acts, bro. No one is a
And
hood
where
man
did
in
the trend come
2025.
from?
It came from these rappers, bro.
Exactly, and that's what I'm talking about. That's
Do
what
you
I'm
get what I'm
talking
trying to
about
say?
in the
Bro, do you
live
get what I'm trying to
stream.
say? I'm saying, bro, what I'm trying to say is, it's the stereotype is dead. because these guys don't act like that anymore, bro. That's what.
Your audio cut out. Go on.
Oh, my bad. Nothing, no problem. I'm just saying the stereotype is dead, bro. Because these guys, you don't act like that anymore, bro.
Yeah, but you don't, bro. Like you can't look at somebody and know who's on piss and who's not.
I beg
You
to
can't look at
I'm not
someone
gonna
and
lie,
know
bro.
that. All you
as
could do is
someone
look
who
and make a smart judgment, bro.
works in
Like
the
you could go,
secondary
listen,
school,
I always use this
like
example. You could go to the jungle, yeah, and you could come across a lion that doesn't eat you, it doesn't attack you. That doesn't mean when you see
Yeah,
other
yeah,
lions, you're gonna think, oh, you know what, they're calm, they're peaceful. No, bro.
A lot of
bro.
these people dress like that because if they feel like their lifestyle's relatable.
When
Go
it's
on.
not.
Yeah, it's probably relatable to them. You know, a lot of these people that get into rap is probably because academics is not their thing. Like they're not into the school, they're not trying to be businessmen like that in that way, but probably they're trying to get into music because it's easier. Maybe they got out of jail, maybe they're in an environment that doesn't allow them to do certain things. So maybe that lifestyle is just what they want to get into.
I'll
It's
say
elite.
this about the guy. In back to what Yen said about guys that they're not really about that life and they just like the fashion, the trend. Right? Yeah. There's a lot of people, as I said,
No,
that are
not
want.
really fashion,
Hold
not
on,
really fashion.
bro. Hold on. There's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people in our community that they're not about that life, but they want to look like they're about that life.
Yeah, that's the
So
two now.
they dress like that, and that's a problem. That why do you want to look like that life? Why is that life so desirable?
Because they want to feel,
That is
bro.
the
They want to
issue, bro.
feel part of something, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you feel empty, obviously you're gonna feel want to feel part of something. And bro, feeling like, bro, when you wear a nice set, it feels so easy to be like a gangster or whatever the fuck that is, bro. It feels so easy to be part of these guys, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the easiest way to be, bro. It's the easiest route to take, bro.
But it doesn't make it right, though.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly,
No,
bro.
that's what
I
I'm
agree with you, bro.
saying.
I
That's not
agree
what
with
you're
you.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's
I'm
what I've
not
been
saying
saying
it
this
makes it
whole live
right though,
stream.
bro. I never
What are
said
you
it made it
talking
right,
about?
bro. I never
That's
said
what
it
I'm
made it right,
saying.
bro.
question. Can I ask you a question, Yen?
Go on.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah, yeah.
you think that perception is reality? Yes or no?
No,
Okay. I'm just gonna
perception is someone's reality of you.
okay, can I
It's
just
not
say
your
this?
reality.
If
Yeah, yeah,
you met a woman, yeah,
yeah,
and she was basically wearing a bra and the shortest, the skimpiest of shorts, yeah,
yeah,
what are you gonna think about that woman?
bro. I'll just walk past, like, bro.
Why will you just walk past her? Why?
Bro,
Why? Wait, no,
be
no. Let
real.
me
Bro,
finish. Let me finish. Why
first
would
of
you
all,
just
bro,
walk past her?
a woman wearing that, it kind of like has no effect on me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, like,
So
bro,
you wouldn't have a
bro. I'm gonna
perception of
think it's
that
weird,
woman.
regardless, bro. I'm gonna think it's weird, like, why are you wearing that outside? You know, bro, you get what I mean, but
Okay, then.
it
So
has no
that's what
effect
we're
on me, bro.
saying. That's what we're saying. Why are these kids rolling outside in ski
Bro,
masks and
these, bro,
balaclava?
I'm glad you brought up these, like, the women stuff, bro. You know, a lot of women, like, the gym outfits and everything, bro. You know, they wear that, yeah. It's because it's kind of like a trend, bro. That's what it's a trend. And it's like, it's easy to follow, bro. It's not easy to be yourself. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not easy to be yourself in this, bro. It's in today's world, bro.
It
That's
is
what I'm
if
saying.
you like
It's
yourself.
easy
I
to
can't lie.
be
It's not
yourself.
easy, bro.
It
I promise
is.
you, it's not easy. But you know how
It
many
is if you
people,
like
bro?
yourself.
Exactly. People don't like themselves, bro.
Yeah, that's the real issue then.
Bro,
So
okay, let me
okay,
say,
like
bro.
at the end
I
of
got
the
an
day,
example for you,
at
bro.
the
I got
end
an
of the day,
example for you.
yen. Like, so
Yeah, yeah.
what is your like final solution or conclusion about
Bro,
this?
I'm just
Because you
saying
see,
that.
you're saying all these things, yeah, but it's not like you haven't really picked a side on what you're
Yeah, because you're
Bro,
not
I
gonna
don't got a
marry.
like.
side,
What
bro. I
side are
do,
you
bro.
on,
I
bro?
do not
Like,
have a
because
side, bro.
the way it sounds like, yeah, you're trying to justify the stereotypes because it's hard to be yourself. Bruv, like, so are you okay with it or you're not
Bro,
okay with it? Are
bro,
you
first of
okay
all,
with rappers and criminals being worshipped as role models or otherwise? Which one is it? Be clear.
first of all, bro, I do not have a side. Second, though, I'm not really justifying these guys. I'm just defending the ones that don't really fit the stereotype.
Because no offense, yeah, you're not gonna bring the girl in the skimpy shorts to your mum now, are you?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Obviously,
Exactly. So there
Exactly.
you go. There you go. There you
Oh
go.
my god. You didn't want to
That's
say it, but you
but I'm
said
a
it in the end,
bro.
bruv. You didn't want to say it, but you said it in the end
Bro, I
because
said she got no effect
you're
on
a
me.
bit, bro. Your
Because the
image
same way, Yen,
matters, bro.
if you
Like,
had a
what
child and your child brought her boyfriend and her boyfriend was wearing a balaclava, are you gonna accept that as a father?
No,
Oh, okay, then there
Okay,
you go.
then.
There you go.
nigga,
Hey,
but I'm
listen,
just telling you, bro.
especially,
I'm just telling you,
especially,
bro.
listen, especially if he's not about that life, you're gonna be like, you're not even about that
Bro,
life. So why are you
that's
even
even
wearing
worse
that? That's
than
gonna
being
make you
about
look
that
even
life,
more
bro.
stupid.
That's even worse, exactly, bro. But what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna judge him like immediately,
You
bro.
are judging him though.
Bro, I'm not gonna
You just
accept him, but I'm
judging
not gonna
him.
judge
I
him,
said you
bro.
wouldn't accept
Bro,
it.
that's
Now,
not
Bruh,
judging him,
allow
bro.
it,
Oh
bro.
my god,
Allow it,
you
bro.
understand?
Allow
Do
it,
you
bro.
understand, bro?
Allow
It's
it.
not
Allow
judging
it.
him,
Allow it.
bro.
Allow it. Allow it,
That's not
bro.
what judging
Allow
is,
it,
bro.
bro. You, bruh. Allow it, bro.
Bro,
judge
that's
him.
not
Why?
what judging
Because
is,
you wouldn't accept him for your daughter. You did judge him
bro.
because you wouldn't accept him for your daughter. You not
I
judging
wouldn't
him would
accept him,
be,
but I wouldn't
okay,
judge
I'll
him. Oh
accept him
my
even
god.
though he
If
dressed
you
like
don't
that.
accept him, that means you've judged him. You have judged him to get to the
The
point of not
Marine.
accepting him, bro.
Bro. All right, bro. You got it, bro.
I know I got it because I'm not dumb. I know what I'm talking about, bro.
I just think you don't understand me, bro.
I don't under. I don't understand.
Bro,
You
judge,
get
bro.
what you're saying,
That's
but we're
not
also
judging,
trying
bro.
to explain to you that a lot of the time perception is reality because you said
Bro,
you
I'm
don't
still
judge,
in the middle,
but
bro.
clearly
Me,
you judge the boy because you wouldn't accept him for your daughter. That's
bro,
a
me not
judgment
accepting
already.
him. Me not accepting him is not me judging him. It's still me being in the middle.
What do you mean you not
How is
accepting?
that?
What?
Oh my
Oh
god, brother!
my
How
day.
old are you,
What?
bro? How old are you, bro?
What? No, no,
Bro,
no.
this
You're not
guy do
making
not
sense,
How
this
sir.
guy
old are
do not
you, bro?
You're
Because
not
understand,
making
you
bro.
sense.
sound really
This
young in
guy
the
do not
mind, bro. Like
understand.
I'm not gonna
Bro,
lie, you sound really young in the mind,
bro,
bro.
you
Like
do
for
not
real.
understand what I'm trying to say, bro. You
Nah,
just don't
nah,
understand
nah,
what I'm trying
nah.
to say.
There's nothing to
Maybe I'm not wording it
understand.
correctly, bro.
There's
I'm not
nothing
wording
to
it correctly.
Nah, bro. Like,
Maybe I'm not wording it
nah.
correctly,
Stop
bro.
talking, bro. Stop talking. Like, you think that you're smarter than you actually are, and I'm not saying that to be mean or rude, but the things you're
Brother,
saying are not adding up. And
yes,
you
bro.
instead of listening and understanding what we're saying to you, you're trying to fight a losing fight. It doesn't make sense what you're saying, fam. Like it doesn't honestly, and I'm saying this, and I'm with all due respect, what you're saying doesn't make sense, fam.
All right, bro, let me just say one more thing, yeah, and then you can go on. Let me just word it correctly, bro.
Go on.
Even my daughter, bro, a guy with a belly on. First of all, that's crazy, bro. But I'll speak to this guy, bro, and see what he's all about, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna, bro. Even my daughter, bro, a guy, yeah. My perception of him that instant is not really. I haven't really judged him, bro. I'm just saying from what I see now, you're not really the type of guy. But I'm still gonna talk to you, bro, regardless, and see what you're all about, bro. If I
All right.
see
Can I
that,
ask you
bro,
one
if
more
I see
question,
that you got a
Richie?
different mentality,
Can I ask you
I'm gonna
one
be
more
like,
Brother,
question,
you're going
Yen?
to make a judgment
No,
call
wait,
on the
Richie,
guy,
I'm
wait,
still
wait,
bro.
wait.
gonna talk to him
Richie, wait.
regardless and see what he's all about. That's what I'm saying.
Yen, before you make a decision, what do you do right before you make a final decision?
What do you mean?
In the process of making a decision, what do you do? How do you make a decision? You pass judgment, right?
No.
Oh my, you know what? Forget it.
What?
Forget
Bro,
it.
allow it, bro.
Forget
Nah,
it.
like we have to stop that because this is just a waste of time now, bro. Like, fam, back to the topic. All
Yeah,
right.
back to the topic, bro.
What?
Yeah, I agree with you. Back to the topic, bro.
Oh. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, like boom. I just think that yeah, with like black people. What about the women? I wanna hear from the women's side of this thing because I think that women really have this mad romanticized idea of criminals, especially in our community, bro.
Oh, young women.
Especially.
Correction, young women, not mature women.
Right.
Young
Yeah,
women.
because they've already been ran through, bro.
No, it's a maturity thing. So I feel like
Yeah,
when
yeah, you're mature
when
after you
we
got ran through.
hold
Yeah.
on,
No,
no.
Richard, no,
So
don't do that. Don't do
when we're
that.
younger, I feel like our understanding of masculinity can be quite warped. I feel like, especially this generation with social media and whatnot, what we understood as masculinity or hyper masculinity was the bad boy. It's the guy that has a short temper. It's the guy that dresses a certain way, talks a certain way, and does certain things. And I also feel like a lot of the time it could be, other things like, you didn't have a dad growing up, you didn't have father figures around you to see what masculinity really looks like. So yeah, you really are just left to kind of like your own devices to understand that. I don't think any mature woman in her right mind is idolizing or even tolerating or finding attractive that type of man. Like, I don't see any serious women with men that dress a certain way, like, you know, the tracksuits and the trainers all the time, or I don't see respectable women with men that don't pay taxes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I do think it's just a young-minded thing, and I think it's something that happens when, by the
Okay,
time
let me
you
ask you
get to
this
like
then. Top
22,
Top Bob.
23.
Top Barbie. Let me ask you a question, yeah? Top Barbie, that's your new name. I never knew you by that name before, but let's go. Yeah?
It's
Who's
my backup account. Calm down.
backup ghost account, yeah? Whatever. Cool. When these women are younger, yeah, and they are messing with Trappy Stabby the rapper, yeah? Like, what's going on at that stage? Because really and truly, in my opinion, you don't have to agree, but in my opinion, they're racking up their mileage and racking up a lot of baggage as well, mental and physical baggage. And yeah, you can say, cool, when we get mature and older, we're not tolerating a man that doesn't pay tax and a man that is da 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 da. Yeah, but you've already racked up mileage with all the rappers and trappers, bro.
Okay, Richard, can I say this?
So don't you see how that kind of messes up the community in a way? Because when this is happening at that younger stage in life, what are the boys at your stage in life thinking? What are they seeing and what are they perceiving as what is real? What is attractive? What do they need to assimilate to be to get the attraction of women? Because when the boys go through that, listen, because when boys go through that life, let's say from the age of 11 till 30, yeah, some of them 40, they've usually done a lot of crazy things and probably they've redirected the trajectory of their life significantly. So what do you say to that?
So can you clarify what your question is? Why do you...
Okay, so what do you think like the repercussions are of these younger women who they're hyper focused on these rappers, criminal type guys, and yeah, they only realize that these are not good guys when they're older. What do you think the repercussions of that? I've basically said it, but what do you think? What do the women think about that on there?
Yeah, no, I do think you can be very traumatized. You can end up in jail. You could end up with a criminal record. You can end up with a bad reputation. The list kind of goes on. I think ultimately, no matter what level or it doesn't matter what level you get to with a guy. I think you always will kind of be left traumatized if you deal with those type of guys. So yeah, that's the repercussions, I guess, is just trauma.
Can I just answer your question, Riches? Yeah. So for example, you need to remember when you're young, you're very impressionable. Yeah, that's one thing. Take that into big consideration. When you're young, you're easily impressionable. It's easy for you to follow your friends, follow fashion, follow whatever you see on TV, online, etc. Yeah? 2, yeah? Until you actually start working and you enter the real world, a lot of the time, people see these, like you said, Stabby the rapper, Trappy, this, that. They're the ones, wearing the flashy stuff, flashing the money, this, that. Hence why it goes back to people being impressionable, because these young girls think, oh, Trappy the rapper got money. Trappy the rapper takes flights. Trappy the rapper drive. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So to them, they're looking at it and seeing, oh, he's making money. They're not understanding that the average 9 to 5 is also making money. Why? Because he's not as flashy and he's not as out there. Hence why I said a lot of the time, young people are highly impressionable. It's until women go out in the real world, even some men, they start off on that trappy, too stabby, then they realize, this lifestyle's not for me. I need to pattern. You'll get some men that will decide to go pick up a trade. They'll decide to actually go to uni, or they'll decide, let me start up a business. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Everybody starts off somewhere. Hence why I said it's a phase until you actually enter the real world. then you look at it and say, no, Trappy
How
the
long does
Rapper
that phase
ain't for
typically
me.
last for?
Wait,
I think it depends on the individual. I think it
Yeah.
depends on the individual. And it
can I,
depends on your
can I ask a
surroundings
question
and
for the
who you
ladies?
have as role models as well. That also plays a big part.
I also think it depends on how much you've thought about like who you are as a person and what you want for yourself. Because I feel like even if you get to the age of 25, if you're not a woman that sees yourself live in a certain lifestyle, then you might still mess with those type of guys. Do you know what I mean? And that could be tied to a plethora of different things. That could be like self-esteem. That could be childhood trauma that stops you from thinking that you could amount to something bigger than that.
Go on, someone
So,
had
alright,
a question for them.
let me interject, right? So, these women are smart enough, apparently, right, to go to uni, but they're not smart enough to discern that Trappy the Rapper is gonna run through them. Look, I'm not even mincing or
Discernment
giving
comes
any
with wisdom,
concessions for these
sir.
women now. No, they're
Discernment
dumb.
comes with
Let's just
wisdom.
call a spade now, because this is how they're wiggling out of the whole situation.
No,
They're like, oh, I was
Drizzy.
naive. I got tricked. Yeah, because you're dumb, right? Let's just call a spade now. I know they don't like that word, but the same way, the brother, when you look at him, you're like, oh, well, why was you selling rugs? He's stupid. Exactly. You're dumb. He's dumb. They're dumb. They're not making clever decisions. They're making dumb decisions that's affecting their lives and other people's lives. So it's not down to naivety. It's down to you not having enough foresight or listening to people who are
I
giving
think
you
that's synonymous.
the right
But that's
information.
why I
So if
said
you
when
choose to
Can I
you're
believe
wait?
young,
Wait,
you're
wait,
them,
hold on,
you're
impressionable.
dumb.
hold
Yeah, I
on. Can
think
I
that's
ask? Can I
synonymous. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna lie.
ask the
Also,
ladies a
the
question?
women that are going to
Let me
uni
ask
are
the
not
ladies a
dating
question.
the
Hold
trapper
on.
guys.
Let them respond first. Go on.
Yeah, the ladies that are going to uni are not dating the trapper guys. Majority of the
Yes,
time,
they
they're
are.
not the
Yeah,
same
right.
ladies.
Oh, come on,
We're
fam.
Oh
not.
my
No,
God! Don't
They're not.
lie.
no.
Hey,
I can't remember the last time
don't
I
lie
saw
on
them.
here, bro.
Right. No,
Don't
we're not.
lie on here, bro.
Drizzy, can I
Don't
just
I don't
lie,
need to
bro.
interject?
lie.
Wait.
No, we're
Oh
not.
my
Nah,
Why
days.
did
No, we're
he
not.
lie?
I don't
Wait,
need to
wait,
lie.
guys.
They're
Can I
even
just
more
say this?
hyper
I haven't seen any
Discernment
uni girls
comes with
dating trapper.
wisdom.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't all the
wisdom
time.
comes with
What?
knowledge.
Wait.
Yeah. So
Wait.
I will say this. For example, you can have like an engineer. He might know how to work a boiler, but he might not know how to do plumbing. Why? Because he has knowledge within engineering, not necessarily in plumbing. So people can have knowledge in different aspects of life, whether that's emotionally, mentally, or just intellectually. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And hence why I said a lot of the time when you are younger, you're impressionable. That's why I said that. Impressionable is a key word.
Wait.
Yes, the girl might be smart enough to go to uni, but she might not be emotionally intelligent. She might not. The same way you get street smart and you get people who are book smart. Come on, the average person who's a middle class person who went to a posh school isn't gonna know how to navigate on a high street or the back roads. Let's be real. There's like intelligence
Wait.
comes in
Hold
different
on.
forms. Let's be real.
Hold on. If you spent most of your teenage years and young 20s dating hood guys, do you really think you deserve a guy that's upstanding and actually a good person? Does that make any sense? You're not equally yoked.
Ooh, ooh.
That is.
Think redemption is for everyone. The same way a guy that might have gone to prison might come out and change his life and he deserves a good woman. Why can't a woman who made mistakes in the past, who changes her life, get a good man? Isn't
Wait, hold on,
redemption
hold
for
on, hold on.
everyone? Isn't change for
No,
everyone?
no,
Doesn't
no,
that
but
apply to everyone?
No, because she's bringing a
nobody's
bag of
saying that.
trauma.
But no,
That's the problem.
nobody's saying that. But what is your true type? History's telling us your true type. Now you want to change because you're looking for a
Also need
safe
to
route.
remember,
I don't believe. Listen, can I
Yeah.
just say one
They
thing?
want
I'm
you
people
need
sorry.
to
to
I
remember.
think this year.
the
Hold
person
on,
you
Bev,
were in
Bev, one sec,
secondary
one sec, one
school.
sec, one
Okay,
sec.
yeah.
I'll say this, yeah, for what I've seen out in the world, yeah, when women have a type, that is their type, bro. Yeah. So if
Is
you
it?
are a woman who you've prolifically dated criminals, bro, that is your type, fam. I don't care if you try and rebrand. Yeah. That is your type. Truly inside you, that is your type. You may get with a guy that's a square because he's safe. Insurance policy. Yes. But really, he's not really your natural type, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so all this reform business and oh yeah, redemption, and now I deserve a good guy. I don't know if you're actually evenly yoked, like the brother said.
No, you know why I say that? Because the person you are when you're 10 years old is not the person you are when you're 20.
We're
The
not talking
person
about
you are.
10 years
No,
old,
no.
fam.
Let me finish.
Why are
Let
you
me
dating
land.
at 10
Come
years
on,
old?
man.
Let me
Wait,
just
let her
finish.
let her land.
Let me
Let her
just
land.
finish. The same person you were in your 20s, you're not going to be that same person in your 30s. The same person you were in
Why
your
not?
30s, you're not going to be that same person in your 40s. People change in different stages in life. You can't compare the mindset you had when you were 20, 25, 29 to the mindset you have when you're 35, 40. You can't,
No, all
because you're a
that
different
changes is not
person.
necessarily. No, all that changes. All that
Honestly,
changes is what you need. Your necessities change.
I feel
So
like when we're talking
before,
about
when you didn't
relationships,
need
it's
nothing,
different.
listen. When you didn't need necessarily someone to put you in a house, you wasn't looking for a guy to be the safe option to pay the mortgage. You was just looking for vibes and looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
that
there's
guy with the
what
vibes and looks is who you naturally, truly like. That's the guy you truly like.
there's
This other
actually
guy that you're picking based on he's gonna pay the bills. He's a safe option. He ain't gonna cheat on me, and he's not gonna beat my ass. And I don't have to risk going jail.
Yeah.
That's what
and
it
You
is.
say that
Doesn't
like it's a
mean that
bad
that's
and
who
thing.
you
also
really
Why?
like.
and
Why
also
does it
wait,
sound
hold
like
on,
you're
hold on.
saying it like it's a bad
Also,
thing? Like yes,
wait, hold on,
women,
hold on.
No, I'm
when
just
we're
saying the
younger,
truth. I'm just saying the
when
truth.
I wouldn't
Richards,
even
don't
say
make
it's
me do the
women.
same thing
I
though.
think it's just people in general. We think we want something when we're younger. We grow up, we see the world, and we're like, oh, actually, what I wanted when I was 16 doesn't actually make sense now when I'm a 26-year-old person in the world.
Exactly.
no,
Yeah,
but
Richards, don't forget
princess,
we had
I'll
this
be so
conversation the other
people.
day.
I'll be so
But the
Yeah.
I
thing
would be
is,
concerned for
Bro,
anyone
bro,
in their
bro.
mid to late 30s that are still going for the same type they was going for 10 years ago.
but
That
the
Hey,
doesn't
thing
that
mean
is,
that
but
you're
the
exists.
thing is,
It
progressing.
exists.
princess,
I let
there's
That just means you have not
hi,
Wait,
progressed.
hi,
let Bev
two guests
speak.
hi,
speak.
Yeah, let Bev speak.
The two new guests speak. Let the two new
hi
guests speak.
everyone. But yeah, but the thing is, princess, there's people who have just liked upstanding men from young, anyways, regardless.
That's
Like
it.
it doesn't matter though. They've always just had a type. They've stuck to that. They've had standards, and those standards have been maintained throughout. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, totally.
Exactly.
I don't think that's what we're discussing here. We're discussing the women that go for the trapper guys when they're younger and like why they change when they're older. I think it's a realization thing. I think environment definitely plays a part into it. And I think what we're conditioned with, going back to the original conversation, Kings, where I was saying that the way that I don't think it's that BLK people necessarily glamorize degeneracy. I think it's that the media pushes it. I think that also plays into the conversation here, where you've got shows like Top Boy, or you've got movies like I haven't watched these movies, so I might
Boys in the
butcher it,
New
hood.
but like
story,
yeah, like
boys.
Can I say
yeah,
something?
basketball,
I've
those
got
type
to
of things.
go.
So when it's those type of shows and movies that we're watching as a kid, obviously that's what we're going to be programmed to like. So when we get older and we're able to date, or maybe not even able to date, but you're just about able to date, that might be what you go for because that's what you've been conditioned to like. But you get older, you see things for what it is, and you realize actually this isn't going to be beneficial for me now or in the long term. When I was younger, I wanted to date Jaden Smith. We all know how Jaden Smith has ended up. Do I still want to date Jaden Smith now? No. It's
No,
not
but
gonna
you
make
might
sense.
want to date
But that's a
somebody.
wild
You
example.
might want to date somebody that emulates the old Jaden Smith, though.
No,
The old
I don't
version,
want I
though.
don't want that. I feel like what I wanted when I was 13 matches who I was when I was 13. I've been through personal change, emotional change, spiritual change, and just in general maturity. What I wanted at 13 is not what I want for myself now, beyond relationships. You know, what I wanted for my career, at the time I wanted to be a model. Now I've switched lanes.
Can
I'm
I
doing
quickly
charity
say
work. You get where
something,
I'm coming
please, if
from?
that's all right?
I think it's normal for people to progress and change. I don't think that's suspicious.
All right, Alexa, go
And
on.
women,
Now let Alexa
Hi.
speak. Go on.
Yeah, so I think it's actually right-wing agenda to push out a preference for clothing like suit, t-shirt, and shirt, and demonize other forms of clothing because we are a multicultural society that doesn't have its origin from the native people of this country. For example, you were talking about how you were sort of generalizing people that do wear, say, tracksuits or trainers or balaclavas. Well, in the UK, people have freedom of expression. So that's probably their form of expression. And it's really dangerous to
But you got
actually
another
say,
yen here, bruv. What are
can
you
I,
talking about,
Bro,
fam?
let her
can I
cook,
just,
bro.
yeah, let me land my point, right? It's actually quite dangerous rhetoric to sort of demonize certain kind of dressing and uphold certain kind of dressing,
Exactly,
because
bro.
what it does, it just deepens the stereotypes, and it further pushes out the right-wing agenda, because they want everyone to dress like
Bro,
white
we
people.
didn't
Like,
come to
I'm
this country
Asian.
wearing Nike Tech fleeces, bruv.
Hold on, I'm
No,
Bro,
I'm
no, no,
Asian.
no,
bro,
no,
bro,
no.
bro,
You're
Let me
just
bro.
just
chatting
say this
Bro,
shit.
Riches.
one
We
more
didn't.
thing.
No, 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 no.
Nike is
Keep
a white
quiet. Keep
tee
quiet. Everyone
brand.
quiet, bro. Like
Okay,
we
I
didn't
just want
come.
to say one
No,
more
no,
thing,
no, no.
because
Keep
what's
quiet. Keep
next?
quiet. Keep quiet.
Okay.
We didn't come to this country wearing Nike Tech fleeces, bro. Like, so I don't know what you're talking about is dangerous and
Let
all
me
this
just say
expression
the
business, bro.
last part
Like,
that
at
I
the
was
end
going
of
to
the day,
say.
yeah, at the end of the day, people are judged on their appearance. Appearances matter.
Well,
First
they shouldn't
impressions
be
count.
judged.
If you're dressing in tracksuits with balaclavas, dressed all in black, what kind of uniform when people are doing criminal activity, what kind of dress code did they usually have?
Well, I don't like to pass a judgment, because there's
No,
also
I'm
a
not asking you
judgment
to pass
passed on
judgment. I'm
women
asking
that
you to
wear a
be real.
hijab in
No,
this
no, 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 no,
country.
no, 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 no.
Yes,
Either you're
so it's
gonna
the
be
same
real
rhetoric.
or like don't speak, bro. Like when people
Yeah,
are
you need to
doing
stop.
crime and they're gonna commit crimes, what kind
Okay,
of
can
dress
you
code
tell
do
me
they
what
usually
crime do
wear?
women? What crime do women who cover their face commit? They're also
What
demonized
the
for
hell
covering
are
their
you talking,
face.
bro? Like either
So I'm just
you're gonna
saying
answer
that
the question, or you're gonna
stereotypes.
get kicked, bro. Like
We're not
you're just
talking
getting
Well,
on my
about.
all I'm
nerves, bro.
saying
Let me
is
let me
that
No,
let me
no, no,
step
stereotypes
no,
in.
no,
need
no,
to
no.
be
You're gonna answer the
questioned.
Let me
question. You're not
step
gonna
in. Let
say
me
what you
step in.
want, fam.
She's talking about a niqab, which is worn by Muslim women. He's talking about balaclavas. He specified what he's
Yeah,
talking
what
about.
I'm
So no,
saying
you're
to
being
you
Give an
is
Alex,
that
Alex, you're
example.
being
this
both
is the
are
next
disingenuous.
thing,
What's an
demonized.
Alex,
bro.
you're
Like
being
example?
disingenuous.
You don't
Yeah,
even let me
and it's
speak
not.
yet.
No,
because
because
you
you're
Both
don't,
being
are
you didn't
demonized.
answer
disingenuous.
the question. You
You're
didn't
being
answer my question.
disingenuous. If you're gonna have an honest
What's your
conversation, then you
question?
can talk.
So no, what? You don't remember what my question was?
Well, because two people are talking at the
No,
same
no, no, no,
time.
no,
Why
no.
this
You
type of
heard my
thing?
question, bro. So
Okay,
don't play the like you're playing
I'm
games
not
right
a
now, and
bro.
you're actually getting on my nerves, bro. Like I'm gonna ask
Okay,
you
Ask the
well,
one
question
more
again.
time. One more time. If you don't
go
answer the
on.
question, you're getting kicked, fam. Yeah.
Okay,
When
fine. Go
people
on.
do crime,
Yeah.
yeah, they know they're gonna go and do crime. What is the typical dress code they usually put on when they're gonna do crimes?
Well, there is white collar crime. There's a lot of criminals that wear
Oh,
suits
bruh.
as well.
Nah, you're gone, bro.
Yeah.
You're gone, bro. You're gone, bro.
She's
You're
being
an
Okay,
idiot,
you
bro.
disingenuous.
You're
can't
an idiot.
handle
You're an
differing
idiot, bro.
opinions.
Shut up,
Yeah,
bro. You're an idiot.
I don't know
Shut
why
up.
people.
I want to
I
ask
don't
the
know
men a
why
You're an
question,
people
right?
idiot.
act
You're an
like
Ew.
absolute
I
their
just
fool,
want to
bro.
ask
their
all the men a
appearance doesn't
question, yeah?
speak before
Get
their
out of
mouth
Okay,
here.
does.
cool. So you know how you mentioned that like girls change and this is etc. Cool. Let me ask the men a question. Say for example, you had the baddie girls that went and got the BBL out here partying. Da, 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 da. That was your type back in the day when you were younger, right? When you get older and you're looking for a wife, are you still gonna look for that same type of girl, or are you gonna look for a more
Oh, what
modest
are you
woman?
saying?
No,
Sorry,
but let me
darling.
finish. Let me
Wait.
finish. Or are you gonna look for a more modest woman who dresses appropriately, who's less likely to be outside every weekend, can cook, can clean, and can take care of the
Yeah,
household?
but you know what that girl was
But
saying?
this is
She's
where you're
going past
wrong.
the point.
Oh my
He
You
said
days.
misconstrued it
he's
then.
Hold on,
saying the right thing.
one
If a
voice. Let
person
you get
dressed
speak.
like that, he will be more picked up for that. Why you got to put people dressed in hijab and all of that?
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
sorry, there was
But
a
but
point.
she's
That
gone.
girl
She's
was
No,
just
gone.
being,
no,
she was
she's
trying
bringing
She's
to
up something
gone.
do
else. I
something
She's
was just
gone.
stupid, but
going.
like,
I know that's stupid. He wasn't even listen to the conversation what he said. He said if a person is dressed in a bully and that, 9 times out of 10, you're on badness, which is talking true.
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, that's why I had low tolerance and I was ready to kick her because, like, she was trying it, bro. Like, she had to go, bro. Like,
No,
she's
I
like,
just asked the question because Rich has obviously brought up that like when we were talking about people changing in it. You're not the same person you are when you're younger, etc. So I'm
Yeah,
just
because people
saying
change every 5 years anyway.
exactly. I did say that, but I'm
Every
just
five
saying
years, people change
for
and
the
no lie of
men.
a word. I'm
I was saying
37.
for the
People change
men
every 5
because
years.
we were talking about girls might go for a roadman when they're younger, and then when they get
Yeah,
older, it
no.
changes, right?
hold on,
It
let
depends how you're brought up. Girls
one voice at
naturally
a
like
time.
bad man because they
Okay,
want a
cool.
leader.
But what I'm saying
But
is,
when you get
if
older, you want a man that treats you like a baby and look after you. And
okay,
then
cool,
girls
and I'm
naturally go back to how their father. If you come from a good father and you got brothers that help you and do everything, That's what you naturally search for in a man.
Okay, and what I'm saying is the same thing applies to men.
Yeah,
They might
same
have a
thing. They
certain
always end up
type.
with a woman
Can
that's
I
similar to
finish?
their
Can I
mom.
finish? Can I finish? They might have a certain type when they're younger.
Yeah, but you can't be like girls.
No,
Can
no,
I finish?
hey,
Can I
hey,
finish?
you gotta let her
Can I
speak,
finish?
man. Let
As they get
lead.
older,
Let her speak.
as they get older, they're gonna change their perception of what they want as their partner, as their life
True.
partner for a wife. They may want a more modest woman.
They will.
may
They
want an
always
intelligent
will.
woman.
They don't want
They
no girl
want
with BBLs and all of that. They
Mate,
want
let me
someone like their
explain- let me
mom
explain to you
that
why
can
you're
cook
wrong.
and clean and do everything. I'm
second.
being serious.
Bev,
I'm
let
being
me explain
honest.
to you why you're wrong. I feel like men have always have the perception of what they want
No,
in their
men,
mind.
men
As
look
one
at
second,
bodies,
I
but
gotta
when they
mute
get
you, bro.
older,
Like,
being
you gotta
serious.
stop interrupting people.
I think-
Lee,
I think-
please, I'm asking you. You keep when people talking, you keep interrupting them.
Right, all right,
Let
be
them just
quiet
speak.
now.
Let them say what they're
No,
saying.
Right,
Then,
let them land. All right
yeah,
then.
yeah,
Sorry.
go on.
I think
So
men actually.
sorry, Beth. Before you finish, I just want to
Okay.
ask the men off the point I've just made. Do you think I'm wrong or I'm right? Because the same
Well,
woman.
okay, can I respond?
Yeah, go on.
Oh my God, bro. Hey,
Right.
listen, everyone, yeah? Let people finish what they're saying. All right? It's becoming just stupid now. Like, let people
But at
finish
least
what
it's
they're
not
saying,
me.
please. Like, bruh, I'm about to end this live, bro.
I know you
Everyone
heard
just
the
let people
question,
speak
but let
and
her
then
finish.
respond. Don't just jump in. They say 2 words, then you jump in.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
So what I'm saying is, you see how we're talking about, girls changing, their type changing. I feel like the same applies to men, because a lot of the time when men are younger, they have a certain type of girl in their head. And then as they get older, they realize, okay, this might not be the type of girl I need for me in my life. I want a more modest woman. I want
Can I
a
say
more
something?
calmer
Sorry
woman.
to cut
I
you.
want a woman that I know can hold down the household, a woman that will be able to raise my kids in the right way, etc. So
True.
that's why I was saying the whole.
Men need a proper woman.
Okay, can I
Men-
finish, Lee? Can I finish, Lee? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't just apply to women, their type changes. It also applies to men, Riches.
Yeah, true, true. Wait,
Men, let me know. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Because men, when they're young, they're just horny. But when they get older, they want a woman like
Can
the
I
queen
speak for
that
men?
hold down
Because, like,
yard.
I'm one of them still. Yeah? So, like, boom. What it is, yeah? Like, yes, guys are trying to smash, they're trying to get box and all that. But when it comes to somebody I'm actually going to be with, that's a different kettle of fish.
Exactly.
No,
Right.
don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Every guy, yeah, wants a good girl to be their girlfriend. They want a decent girl to be their girlfriend. A girlfriend that's not gonna run around and do crazy stuff because it's embarrassing. If you're with a girl is up for doing crazy stuff, it's embarrassing. If she's dressing provocative, it's
Right,
embarrassing.
it's true. A man don't like
so
women to
all
be
guys,
like that. They
listen-
like them to be
Bro,
modest.
I gotta mute
It's
you
true.
because you can't like stop talking, bruv. Fam, like, so it is different because at the end of the day, when you women go and start dating trappers, drillers and trappers, it's not just the fact that you're doing it and you're causing yourself problems. You're actually sending a message to everybody in the community that
And
these
so
are
are
the
you
type
guys.
of
What do you
guys.
think dating
These are the
BBL
type
girls
of
is
guys that
doing?
these are the type of guys that get the best looking women.
No, but
These women
listen,
are ride or
Right.
die.
man,
So
I'm
what
married.
Bro,
kind of
I
message do
ain't
you think you're
finished, bro.
sending?
These are the type of women these are the type of guys that get women that ride or die for them no matter what they do. They can
No,
go
no,
to jail.
no, ride and die for my
They could do
husband.
badness on street. Blah blah blah. It
But you
doesn't
don't want
matter.
a real man. Don't want to be
Okay,
like
so
that. A real
Riches,
man's
what
like a
type of
gentleman.
message do you think that men are sending when they're liking up BBL pictures, dating BBL
Exactly,
girls?
you
What do you
do
think?
it.
Why do
Everything
you
you
care
just said.
about? Why
No,
do you care
I
Riches.
don't
about
care.
Everything
I
you
don't
just
care.
said.
Hold on.
Everything you just said can be
Why do
flipped.
you care about a picture that he likes on Instagram or
No,
somebody
that's
who's
not
never
the
gonna
point. That's
meet
not
or
the
see in
point,
life?
Riches. That's not
Listen
the
to what
point.
she's
That's
saying.
not the point. Everything you've just said, you could
Yeah.
flip it.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, but what
That's
I'm
why Bev
talking
is
about
asking
is
the question.
the guy that the girls are actually getting
But look,
entangled
you
with,
get to run
not just
around.
I'm liking a picture on Instagram. That's not the same level.
No,
That's not the point I'm making. You're
You get
focusing
to
on
run
the wrong
around.
point. You're
You're
focusing on the
not
wrong point.
BBLs and the
Hold on,
heavy
hold on,
inspector.
hold on,
Hold
hold
on,
on.
bruh.
Hold on.
Three voices at the same time. One voice. Go on.
You're focusing on the wrong point. I'm saying that everything that you've just described to us is the same thing that can be said about men.
True. She's talking true.
Yeah, but explain it. Explain it.
They never take
Look,
accountability.
The same way, that you're saying, like, bro, what kind of message are the women sending out when they're dating guys that are living a certain lifestyle? It's the same thing that happens when guys are liking up pictures of dating girls that look a certain way. You're sending a message to girls, and that's why they'll go and do certain procedures.
Yeah, but women are the ones that choose, though.
No, are you mad? Women take the lead from man.
Jesus of Nazareth. What?
Why you put
You're
Jesus
saying
in
women
this
don't
one?
choose. You're saying women don't choose.
There's more women in the world than men, but
So?
women takes the man lead.
But I don't even think I'll be so real. I'll be so real, King. I don't think that matters.
You women here are telling me that women do not choose men. It's just men that choose women.
It depends what the dynamic
No, it
is.
depends, exactly.
You've got a woman
dynamic.
No,
I'm
because
talking about
it
most
is
of the
important.
time. I'm talking about
It is
most
important.
of the time.
Most of the
It's
time,
important.
guys.
Look, at the end of the day, King, not everybody is blessed enough to look like me that has bare options. You get it?
Yeah, I've got lots of options. That's what I said, man, at the least have a problem. I'm not married.
You know what it is, King? I think I've clocked the problem. Your
Do you know
issue
why I'm
is,
gonna disagree
you're
with Richard's
constantly-
comment?
You're constantly
Because-
around. You're constantly.
Sorry, Top Bob. Just
No.
to interrupt, yeah?
Hey, she needs to finish this. She needs to finish that
proposes
thought,
to who?
bruv. I want to hear
Look
this.
where you
My
start.
problem.
Let me
What's
tell you
my
something.
problem,
And I
Bob?
think you know.
No, answer my question, Richards. Who
No, the
proposes to
issue
who?
is, King, The issue
Yes.
is, you
Yes.
are constantly around women that are good looking, that have options, and then your mind has warped to think that every woman has options like that. A lot of women
Listen,
have to
listen,
just
listen.
listen.
No,
a lot of women
guys,
have
guys,
to just
guys.
deal with what they
Wait,
can
Princess,
get.
Princess,
Yeah,
can
no,
I say
please.
Can I
something?
ask you something?
I get millionaires.
Wait, Princess,
and good
one
husbands.
second,
Can I ask you
Bev.
something?
Can I just say
Who
something?
proposes to who? Who
No,
proposes
but
to
guys,
who?
I feel like we have to make this
Which
Hey,
girl
one
have a
voice,
propose
one
to man?
voice, one voice.
Who-
One
Wait,
voice.
sorry, just answer my
Yeah,
question.
bend down.
Can I just say
I'm a
something?
No, one
man
voice.
wedding.
Too
And
much
you ain't
at
a
one time,
ball.
guys. One person.
Nah,
Sorry,
you
I
best
just want
never
you to
get
answer
married
this
in
question, then
January
I'm done.
to
Yo,
the right
Let
bed.
Bev talk. Let
everyone
Bev
be
just
quiet,
answer
quiet.
question.
One voice at
So,
a time.
Richard,
Bev, go on.
who proposes to who?
Men
The
propose to
man.
women.
So then, don't you think men pick women then? Because
Yes,
No,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
no. How
Thank
did you
you.
get to the point?
Hold
Like,
on.
stop making sound effects because you're
Wait,
proving
guys,
this. Yeah?
it's actually
take
hold on.
Yo,
the lead.
hey,
Men
I'm
choose
speaking.
the woman.
I'm
Men-
speaking.
A man
I'm
could be
speaking.
with a
I'm
woman
speaking.
who don't like her.
Yo, I'm
They meet
speaking.
another
I'm
one.
gonna start kicking people.
And they choose
You
the
don't
person.
bruv. Nah, you gotta go, fam. Like, you gotta abide by the rules, or I'm kicking you, bro. Like, one voice, bro. Like, yeah. Because I don't know what you lot think this is, bro. Say a circus, fam. Yeah? But anyway, as I was saying to Bev, Bev, you're saying, who proposes to who, though? And who gets on the knee? First of all, in that scenario, the man's getting down on a knee. That is a position of being a subordinate. Please take this ring from me and marry me. Oh, yeah, that looks very powerful. You look like you're in authority then, don't you? Because really and truly, you're asking the woman, will you be my wife? And she still has to accept or decline. So it's the woman actually choosing, isn't it?
No, but
Then,
listen.
second point, yeah? You didn't just get from you saw the person outside and now he's proposing. No, there was a stage of you had to attract each other. And usually, it's the woman who has to accept the advances from the man. Because it's usually the men that approach women. So the women are the ones that choose.
I hear what you're saying,
talking
King,
about?
but I feel like what it is, I feel like the right
I
word.
feel like.
I believe the right word is accept, not choose. I think that women have to
I'm
accept.
trying to reword it.
No, I think because I feel
Bro,
like
it's the same
everything,
thing,
everything you're saying is correct. It's just I don't
know.
think it's a matter of choosing, because I feel like men definitely choose who they want to date, who they want to take out on a date, who they want to court, and who they want to take seriously. Because even when we talk about modern times, a lot of guys will say, you know, there's some girls that you just G, and then there's girls that you take seriously. So you guys choose in that aspect, right? Hold on. So I don't think it's necessarily that women choose. It's that we accept. Like you said, we have to accept.
Can I say something
crap.
quick? Yeah. Can I just say something
You just
quick?
all you
And I've
did
clocked
was
that every time I
reword
make
what I
sense.
said.
Every time I make sense.
reword
Guys,
it.
can I just say something quick?
Every time I'm making sense, you say,
Can I just
No, you're not.
Princess.
You're not. You're not though. You're not though. You're not though.
Can I just say
heard what you
something
said
quick?
though, but it's still the woman chose because at the end of the day,
Guys.
are you going on like it's just one guy that approaches you and now you only have this one option?
No. I
You're gonna
I
have
get
multiple
what you're
guys,
saying, but not all women
especially
have that.
Even if you are average, just a flat, plain Jane average girl, you're not just gonna have one guy that approaches
But
you,
guys, it's
one guy on the
actually-
dating app, one guy sending you DMs. No,
But
you're gonna have multiple. So when you
Not
have
necessarily,
multiple,
King.
All right,
let
let's
me finish. If
Can I
you have
just say my
multiple
point?
guys, even if you have two men that are interested in you, guess what? You're gonna have to listen for it. Choose one of them.
Guys, I feel like this is actually pretty
I don't think it's
simple.
the same because when you look at it side by side, a man may have multiple women that he's interested in, he's attracted to. He's gonna choose which one he wants to try and take seriously, and he doesn't bet in and whatever. Whereas a woman is gonna. You could say choose, but I think the more fitting word is accept. They're gonna accept what they think is best.
Princess, listen, the thing is, right, guys, it's actually really simple. Women just choose who they want to have sex with, and men choose who they want to marry. That's literally it.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and then the guy still has to ask the woman, "Will you marry me?" So it's her
Okay,
decision
exactly,
if
that's
she's
what-
going to accept or
Let's
not.
be real. A man's not asking a woman to marry him if he doesn't actually think that she's gonna say yes.
So
It's a rhetorical question.
Obviously,
It's almost a rhetorical
that's obvious
question.
though. That's
Yeah, but
obvious.
it's almost like it's just honestly at this point it's almost a rhetorical question. You're not asking like you know what the answer's gonna be unless you
No,
haven't.
you don't
had
know the
certain
answer.
conversations.
You don't know because not every time a guy proposes, he gets yes.
But that's
What do you
because
mean?
they didn't have conversations prior. Do you
It
get it?
doesn't matter, bruv.
It does
There's
matter.
no guarantee. There's no guarantee. You can have a good idea, but there's no guarantee.
Let me ask you this, King. Are you
Yes.
gonna propose to a woman
Yes.
without truly feeling that she's gonna say yeah? Or are you
I'm
gonna
saying-
leave it
I'm
up?
saying
Are you
you
gonna actually let it be a genuine?
No, you can have a good idea. You could have had the conversations with her, but at the end of the day, there's no 1000% guarantee she's gonna say yes.
But the likeliness is gonna say yes because you've asked questions and you've done, you know what I'm
But
saying,
it's
certain
still, her,
conversations.
it's still her decision
I know,
at the
and
end of the day to say yes
I'm
or
not
no.
disputing-
I
I'm
don't
not
really
disputing
think
that. I'm
women
not
I don't
saying
understand
it's.
what the
I'm not
conclusion
saying
is.
it's 100%. That is not the claim I'm trying to make. I'm just saying that really and truly, when a man gets down on his knee, he has had the conversations prior. He knows that the answer is going to be the guys that get told
So
no.
why is
are
it
the
some
that
guys
are-
get no?
Look, I'm about to tell you, the guys that get no are the guys that are trying to do this spontaneous thing and they think that they're on the same page, but they haven't had the conversations that needed to
The
be had.
thing is, Princess, I think that like men still choose as well because the thing is, if women actually chose, I feel like we just pick the perfect guy all the time. So it's not really about that.
What?
Yeah.
You'd pick the perfect guy all the time.
Well, yeah. Because I feel like sometimes.
So
No,
why is
but-
it you lot don't?
Because I
why
feel
do you
like
lot have
sometimes women
So why
settle.
do you not have high mileage then? If you pick the perfect guy, why is it that you've
Well,
thrown boxer?
ask women.
Why does it
ask
always
women
equate
with
to women having
perfect-
high mileage?
with high mileage? I don't know.
Guy, I can't do with you, Rich. I swear down, I can't.
I'm just saying, innit? Like you.
Yeah, they are. They are
women
picking. They
will
are
make
picking
the best
rubbish men.
choice.
They're picking
The whole
rubbish
point
men on
of
purpose.
the
They
whole
are.
reason we're even talking about this is because obviously, as Top Barb was saying, women make poor choices when they're younger, bruv. She just said it, bruv. Now you're saying, oh yeah, we'd make the
Yeah,
we'd
but
pick the
okay,
right
but the
guy.
thing, but the no,
Which one
but
of you's right and which one of you's wrong?
I think men choose.
I think I'm right. I don't think that women would pick the perfect guy.
I think because men pick their wives. Women don't
exactly,
pick their
so-
husbands. Men pick their wives. So I personally think men choose. Because as Top Barb was saying, you will have girls that you will G, you will have girls that you will take seriously. Yeah? And at the end of the day, like I said, the man is the one that proposes. So he's chosen that woman to be his wife, not vice versa.
She still has to accept though. It's not automatic.
I get
So you're
that.
using the word accept now,
I
yeah?
get that, but
Is
like
that
you
what we're
said,
doing,
women
King? Yeah,
accept
you're gonna
and
use
men
the
women accept and men
That's
choose.
down the line, though. That's down the line.
No,
Down the line.
it is. Women accept and men choose. The same way.
No, the woman
certain
chooses initially, though.
Nah, I don't know.
You lot are skipping the initial
Wait, hold on.
beginning.
But the thing is, how does the woman choose initially if the men are supposed to be pursuing?
What? Men
the men-
have to approach. Listen, men approach women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't that
We
them
understand
choosing?
that. On
Isn't
the
that
whole,
him choosing?
on the whole, men approach women. Correct.
So isn't that in itself
then-
the choosing?
And let me
Well,
ask
that
you
is
a
the
lot.
choosing.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Do you think majority of women find the majority of men attractive?
No.
No. The answer is a big fat no. Yeah? So when we know that to be true, yeah, more than likely, just the mathematics of it, yeah, the probability is you're going to be approached by a lot of men that you don't find attractive, bro.
Right.
Okay, so
So if
Richie,
you're approached by a lot of men that you don't find attractive, you're going to disqualify them and reject them.
okay,
And then the ones
to
that
make
you
it-
do approach you that you find attractive, you're going to
give
be
it-
like, okay, I'm gonna talk to
gonna
this guy
accept,
because you
yeah,
got to
gonna
choose. You make a
but the
decision.
thing is, okay,
you
maybe-
choose who you talk to and you
I
choose who you
don't think,
this
I
don't.
more-
don't
hold
think
on,
that's
wait,
the case, King.
Richie.
If it was a matter of if we're talking about women that have a bunch of suitors, then yes, it's a choice thing. But if we're talking about a woman that over the years have had to reject multiple men, and then one man comes along, but she has no other prospects, that's not a choice. You're accepting.
That's
There's a
it.
difference. And I think that's-
Wait,
that
so
is-
wait, hold
that
on.
is- hold
You've
on, hold
jumped
on,
to
hold
when
on,
you don't
hold on,
have no
hold on, hold on.
prospects.
That is more reflective of reality than what you're trying to say. You think,
So you're
and I think
talking
it's,
about
I think it's,
women.
hold on, King, hold on 2 seconds. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. I think that you think most women, when it comes to dating, their dating life is one of a high value woman that's highly sought after. That's not the case. Most women do
said
not
all that.
have. No. But that's what it sounds like where you're coming from, because the only way a woman would be able to choose is if she has options, and not all women have a plethora of options to choose from. They just have to accept what is the best, and a lot of women have to settle. That is the truth of the situation.
So she's gonna pick one of these guys out of her pool of guys, right?
I think
She's gonna
she's going
pick
to-
out
maybe not. It might not even
She's
be.
gonna
out of the
accept.
pool.
She's gonna
Even if
accept
she
the
doesn't
best
have a
offer.
lot, even if she
gonna
only
accept
has
the best
two guys,
offer.
listen, even if she has two guys interested in her, she's got to pick one, right?
Okay, but Richie, hold on.
No.
Do you think it's fair to
What do you
say?
mean no?
Because okay, put it like this, Riches. Put it like this, yeah. Put it like this. If I've got two, if I had two, what's the word? What's the word when someone's acceptable? Candidates. What kind of? Okay, we'll go with suitors. If I had two suitors, yeah, two people that do fit my criteria, I find them attractive, yes, that is a choice. But if one of them is not matching my criteria, is not aligning with my criteria, and one of them is, that's not it's not even a choice. It's not even a decision. I'm rejecting one and I'm accepting one. I'm accepting one and rejecting the other. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, but so what though? You're
Yeah, but
making
that's
a
essentially
very
what I've been trying to say.
specific scenario though. You're
Wait,
making
but
a
that's-
scenario
that
very
is-
specific.
Yeah, but that is what I've
I'm
been trying to
generalizing.
articulate.
You're making it specific.
But that is what I've been trying to articulate to you this whole
But
time.
why
Is that
would I be
what-
thinking about your specific scenario?
Because what I'm trying to explain to you, Richard, what I'm trying to explain to you is that not all women have perfect suitors lined up. That's just not the case. They have to reject all these guys because they're not suitable.
Bro, nobody's perfect.
But don't men have
What are you
choices
talking
as well?
about?
Oh my God,
wait,
that is
hold
not
on,
the
wait,
point,
wait.
Richard.
Then
Wait,
don't say
Richard,
it then.
so wait,
That's not the
Richard,
point.
how does he
No,
feel?
Say it
you're
then.
misunderstanding what I'm telling you.
Wait,
I'm not.
Princess,
I'm telling
understand what
you.
you're
Long
saying.
story short, Riches, is what I'm trying to tell you is that to make a choice, there would have to be multiple choices that are acceptable. But the reality is, a lot of women don't have bunch of suitors that
And that's based on their own dating requirements.
Wait, so Richard,
Yeah,
how
their
do you
own
feel?
choices and what they want in life. So it's their choice. Because if their dating requirements wasn't as strict, then they would have a bigger pool of men that they would be open to. So again, it's back to their choices, bruv.
How do you
Like,
feel?
how do you not get this?
How do you not get this? Is insane.
How do you
It's
feel about the
honestly
statement that women choose
insanity.
their boyfriends and men choose their wives. What about that?
I will agree with that. I will agree with that. Men choose commitment. I would agree with that.
So then how come you flogged me when I said
exactly.
No,
So that's what I'm saying. So isn't that the ultimate? Isn't that the ultimate thing? Commitment. So that means men
jumping
choose.
all the way to marriage. You're jumping from all the way to marriage. You're forgetting all the steps that got to there. It didn't happen in a day.
All these steps are not real. The only real commitment is marriage. The only real commitment is marriage.
If we go by your logic, if we go by your logic,
if a man wants to marry you, he'll marry
if
you.
we,
So.
hey,
And he won't dilly dally.
Quiet. If we go by your logic, that means every guy, every woman that every guy really wants to be with, they can just holler at them. The next day, they can propose. Next day, the man chooses to make her his wife. And
marriage is serious. These boyfriend-girlfriend relationships aren't serious. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but in the beginning, though, the woman the woman has to choose to talk to the guy in the beginning, bro. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, without that vital part, there's nothing. Listen, without that vital step, without that vital step in the beginning, at the very start, there's nothing. There's nothing warning at all.
So you think just because a woman is reciprocating, that means she's choosing and stuff? That's what you're saying.
Well, if she accepts your advances and rejects everybody else, what else can it be?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think men are the ones who choose.
What don't you know? What don't you know?
Because I feel like they have more ultimate power. So I think that they do proper choosing. So
they have ultimate power, whatever that means, bruv. Bro, listen, Bethany, please, this is really simple, yeah? Let's say the perfect guy on paper comes to you and approaches you, yeah?
Someone said a man
No, I don't care what someone said. Listen to what I'm saying. If the perfect guy on paper comes to you, yeah? And he approaches you and says, Bethany, I really like you, and I really see that there's potential between me and you, yeah? Can I get your number so I can talk to you another time and arrange a date? And you say, nah, I'm not feeling you, nah. Then what's going to happen from that point on?
What do you mean what's going to happen from that point on?
I mean, what's going to happen? What happens after that? What happens between you and that guy after that?
Nothing.
Nothing, exactly. That's it. That's my point. Because you chose to make it be like that. Now, on the other hand, if the guy on paper comes to you and says, oh, yeah, Bethany, I really like you. Can I get your number so we can go on a date? And you say, yeah, take my number. And then you actually speak to him. Because remember, he's got your number. So now he has to call you or text you. And you choose whether you're going to talk to him. And you choose whether you're going to go on that first date with him. Then who had the power in that dynamic?
I wouldn't even have been in that situation if the guy didn't approach me in the first place.
Who's got the power in that dynamic?
So the man is choosing.
I'm not going to let you change the narrative.
He's picking.
Who had the power in that dynamic?
Sorry, is this 18 plus, King?
What? Nah. Let's not do no mad things. I mean, Bethany, you're not answering the question. Who had the power in the dynamic?
But the thing is, I just disagree with you. I'm saying.
Well, at least you're being real. You just disagree, even though your disagreement makes no logical sense. But that's fine. That's fine. Moving on. That made no sense. Like, that is wild. But anyway.
What did I miss?
I'm just gonna reiterate the statement that women choose their boyfriends and men choose their wives, and the thing is, maybe it's because of the way that I think. I don't really see boyfriend.
What comes first, the boyfriend or the husband? What comes first?
Fiance.
The fiance becomes first before boyfriend.
I trained you well. I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
So fiance you become fiance before boyfriend.
But you get my point.
Why are you even doing that? That doesn't even make sense.
The thing is, Richie, I think these boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, to me, they're just invalid. I don't consider them as anything. So
Yeah, but it
That's
still
what I'm gonna
happens
say.
though. So it doesn't
Yeah, I
matter if
know
you
it still
consider it. It's
happens,
still
but
there.
I feel like my opinion is just from the way that I think. So we just disagree, innit? Like,
I don't mind
women choose
because
their
at the end of the
boyfriends,
day,
men
you
choose
don't
their
make
wives.
sense.
That's what I'm gonna say.
You don't
I
make
feel like
sense.
no, you even agreed with that statement. That makes sense. So
No, but what you said after didn't make no sense.
okay, it
And then
didn't
you
make
said,
sense.
"Well, I
But
just disagree."
let's just agree to disagree
Yeah,
then.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Hopefully, people will learn from this and they will learn not to think crazy. Anyway, so yeah, man. Anyway, the thing I want to talk about, yeah, is what can be done. What do you think is a solution to black people being so in love with criminals and you know gangster rap and all of this stuff? Because as far as I can see, they're getting more push than any time before. All these platforms, all these, oh yeah, let's listen to this guy's prison stories and blah blah blah. Every YouTube channel, podcast, everything's like ex cons, ex criminals, ex this, ex that. Like, and I understand everybody's trying to do their thing, yeah. But to me, the issue is there's not enough balance, and I think that it is having a very big influence on the youth. And now the youth are just looking like. Even like to what Yen was saying about that they're highly influenced. That's true, but they're being highly influenced by dysfunctional, degenerate people, bro. To be honest with you. So what do you not think about that?
We need to stop the baby mums.
I say
That's what we
mock
need to
them.
do.
I say mock the hell out of them. Don't give them no ratings. Just take the piss out of them. Make content cussing them. Make content just clowning them. Say, look, this guy was so dumb he went to jail for this stupidness. How retarded was he? Like, stop, trying to be like, oh yeah, like, and if they want to do something dumb, like threaten you and be like, oh, I'm gonna turn up, I'm gonna pull up on you. All right, cool, mate, do that, and then you're gonna get your first class ticket back to the wing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying, you know what? Yeah, exactly. Don't let these brothers
Right.
dominate the situation.
Got to
Dominate
boycott
them.
it.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
think that's gonna change much.
No,
bro.
I don't say boycott them. I'm saying clown them.
No,
All right,
we
cool.
need to
Since you're
get to
putting
the
yourself
root
in
of the
a,
problem.
I'm
You
saying
know
put
the reason
yourself
why I
in
say
a.
boycott it? Because I used to work in a
Listen, your
prison.
life is flat.
And I used to have young prisoners that I would see, and their life is gone. They've got 25 years. And what I would always speak to them about is like, why would you go out of your way to do this for a postcode that's going to be there when you die? Like just things like that. You have to boycott it. Because I had some of my students in prison, they're crying to me saying, you know what, miss, I regret the decision I made. I shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, exactly, because you were too busy running around the streets, acting like a damn fool, and now you're about to spend your whole life in prison.
Yeah.
But what's the root of
You
the
have to
problem?
boycott it.
Why are these things even being allowed to happen? Like, why are these things even manifesting? And who's raising these people?
Ooh, you want to go down that road, bruv?
I'm not gonna lie.
You
You
want to go
can,
down that road,
yeah.
bruv?
Bethany,
I feel
do you know the
like-
only reason why I have to disagree with that? Because a lot of the time you can raise your kids in the right way. It depends on who they're around. I always
I
say
agree,
this to
I agree,
parents,
I agree.
yeah? Friends play a big part in how your children will turn out. I'm telling you. Look,
that
for
is
example,
true.
you will have pastors' kids. They are the top criminals.
Can I say something?
They
Can I
will
say
go
something?
But the
into
thing
church
is,
every
if we
Sunday
just look-
praying, but they're the
But
top
Bev,
criminals. I'm
if we look
telling
by
you.
case basis and statistics,
Can I say something?
it's just the baby mums that are raising these degenerates. People
Yeah,
do better
predominantly,
in
I'd
two.
say, yeah.
Yeah,
They come
people
from that,
do better.
Let's
Yeah,
be
people
let's
do
be
better.
real.
Not
Let's
every
be
time.
real.
Hold on,
though,
but
Not
Bethany.
every
people do
time, but
better
most
in
of the time.
two-parent households on average and statistically. So we just need to stop glorifying single motherhood because it's
I'll
not
be
good
honest.
for our community.
I don't even think that's directly the issue because there's plenty of kids that come from single parent households that are not like that, and there's plenty of kids that come from 2-parent households that do turn out like that. I don't think that's necessarily what's
I
going
don't
on.
think.
Of course, there's the princess.
I
Of
don't
course,
think-
there's
I don't think
outliers.
it's about the
Of
baby
course,
mama.
there's
It's not
outliers.
about the baby
I
mama.
think if you did
Hold
if
on,
you
can I
did
finish my
research,
point? Can I
no,
finish
no, no.
my
Can I
point?
just say this quick? I think if you did the research to find to see the percentage of these boys that come from single parent households and they end up doing badness, runaways, doing all kinds of things, end up in jail. Most of them will be from single parent homes.
I'm not
Most.
disputing. I'm not disputing that the statistics are not correct. I'm just saying that when you look at it from a bigger picture, there's also a lot of children that come from those same type of backgrounds that are not doing those things, and there's also still a lot of children that don't come from single parent households that are still getting involved.
Yeah, but
in
we
Do
don't.
you not think?
But
But do
like,
you not think we should target the
That's not
majority?
my
you have to
point.
tackle
That's
what's
not
going
my
on
probably the
point.
minority.
I don't want to focus
So
on this. This is not my point. This is not my point.
exceptions.
I don't want to focus on it. It's not my point. The point I'm trying to get at is I think it's a bigger issue than the community. I don't think this is just something that we can resolve within the community. Because again, I don't think that we have control over why this is actually happening. It's the media choosing to push this narrative. We've seen it happen in America with the 80s and the what pandemic, and now we see it what's going on in social media and with the media of music, movies, TV shows. What is being pushed? We're getting BMF in our face, power in our face, pop boy in our face. Music, we've got a certain type of genre that we're dominating, both female and male, and we're the faces of it. And the type of lifestyle that goes along with that is degeneracy. I do think it's the higher ups, and because it's the higher ups, and we haven't got much power over them, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Unless you lots are going to jump on Bouncer's wave and do a reset, I think it does start in the home, but not necessarily about single parents. It's about instilling certain values into your children. That's where it really starts.
I
And
do.
also,
I
think
agree.
that-
I think we do need a reset, but it's not just a reset of who like the nepotism in music industry and all of that. It's deeper than that. I think that we need a reset of mentality and what is real.
Yeah.
Because if we go by what is real currently, it is, have you been to jail? Like, what was you like when you was in school? Was you in this gang? Do you know this? Like, that's perceived as real. Like,
so what I was going to
if
then
you-
say,
you
what I
know,
was going to then say to
you
even
sold poison on the street. Oh, that was real. Oh, you stabbed this guy. You stabbed that guy. That was real. Like, we need a reset of mentality and stop listening to degenerate idiots online.
see what I was going to
What it
say
is.
as
Like
well.
like what Drizzy said. They actually need to start getting clowned, not supported, but clowned. Like you're an idiot.
Okay, so the next part that I was going to say as well is going to speak to this point. The other day I went on a stream, right? And I went on a stream with, it was meant to be 2 rappers, but just before we got there, the other one got arrested. And I remember speaking to the other rapper because I'm actually kind of cool with him, and he was like, he did the reason he did what he did is he had something to prove. And that made me think on a deeper level, right? A lot of these kids that are getting involved with this, they feel like they need to get validation, and they like what you're saying about the realness. They want the validation from the elders, and they want to feel like their masculinity is being validated in a particular way. Yeah, I feel like they can get that same satisfaction from cadets, or they can get it from, I don't want to go as extreme to say the military, but activities in which their masculinity is tested, challenged, and what's the word? Tested, challenged, exercised.
Discipline.
It's not even just discipline. That's definitely a big part of it, but I think it's specifically the challenging of it and proving yourself. That's what I feel like is at the root of a lot of these young G's. Because you know what? Some of these young G's, they're not slanging packs. They're not going OT. They're just on the end doing whatever the hell the elders tell them to do. Go and dip down this guy. Go rob this guy. Because they're looking for the approval. Do you understand?
But
so I feel like,
but that sounds like people that
that
ain't
is
got no
definitely
dad.
when we're talking about single mothers, I think it's important to highlight as well. There is a missing father from the household.
Yeah.
That I think that's what we should be focusing on
That's
more,
clutch.
rather than pointing the finger and saying, "Oh, you raised your son wrong." To
Can
the
I
single
just
mom."
interrupt?
I'm
you?
not, I'm
I
not
agree with
saying
you.
not
I agree
raising
with you.
not.
The dad-
No,
the
but I'm
single
just
dad is
saying that
important.
the absence. Can I say, because I made that point, yeah, just the absence of the male figure being there, I feel like we severely underestimate it. And I'm just saying, like, a lot of these people like to say that the men have changed and stuff. But to be honest, you can just see from his actions, like, you ignore the red flags, and he wasn't interested in being a dad in the first place. Like, we need to understand as women that not every single man wants to be a father. Not every single man is worthy of having our kids.
Yep.
So I do think that we should actually have more scrutiny when it comes to picking men, because clearly it's not doing good for our children at all. And this is what's happening. All of these degenerates from the streets, statistically, majority of them come from single mother households, and then they're going to influence other kids, and then the cycle repeats. Like,
so
it's a big issue.
can I just interject
can I
and
add
speak
something,
like
bro?
as devil's advocate? Because I do agree, like the whole broken family, it's not really a good thing now. I want to look at it from a deeper perspective. You've got the social, economical perspective, and then you've got the emotional and mental perspective. Now, for example, Top Bob, you mentioned getting your kids involved in like activities like cadets and etc., doing extracurricular activities. Whether you like it or not, especially in today's society, a lot of parents don't have the money to afford extracurricular activities because why? They're working full time just to put food on the table, pay the bills, and provide for their kids in a household. Now, another aspect is due to parents working a lot, they miss out on the emotional and mental well-being of their children, because you can have kids that stay inside all day. And I'm going to use this as a perfect example. Why? Because he was one of my students. I don't know if you guys saw the boy that did the Southport killing that emmed off the 3 girls. Yeah? Cool. He come from a 2-parent household. Parents are married, good household. Do you know where he got the idea of those killings from? Yeah? Was watching a game. He was looking at games, looking at like war games, doing research on history about wars, etc. That's what started his idea of his radicalism and his terrorism and led to what he did. Now, I'm not saying that parents who aren't present plays a big factor. No, that really does. But sometimes parents can be in the household, but they're not necessarily present emotionally or mentally because they're spending too much time working. So they don't actually have the time to check in on their kid and actually see what they're actually doing or see what they're getting up to. And then as for extracurricular activities, they might not necessarily have the finances.
Hold on, let me
hold on,
jump
but
in.
can I
Let me
just
jump in
respond
there.
quick though?
Hold on.
That's true,
Hey. Let me just respond to that quickly, yeah? Like, and I get what you're saying about that case, but I feel like from what you just said, it sounds like there's some mental health. There was mental health issue there with that boy. Like, I don't think that just by playing video games, you're gonna go and do that. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that. But let me say this though. I do agree with what you're saying where parents not being there for their children emotionally or just like giving enough time because they're working a lot. I understand that. But I think that again, if you look at the majority of cases, that particular scenario is going to happen when it's a single mum, because it's a single mum who will be doing 3 jobs, working 3 jobs, and she won't really have time for her kids because she's trying to flip and survive. Do you get what I'm saying now? Like, if there's two adults there who have like made the decision to have children at the right time, not just doing it recklessly, but they planned to have children, then that would be the optimal scenario. So then, yeah, there would be time for one of the parents to be at work and one of the parents to give time emotionally to the child. Or if there is two adults in the home, they will have enough income so that they can put the child through to some extracurricular activities. I think that what you're describing predominantly is what happens in the single mother households, because that is predominantly the situation where these kind of boys come from. Do you get what I'm saying? And I understand the example you gave, but I still don't think that I really think that that's a very vast minority scenario.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Richard.
One second. I just wanted to add to Bev as well. Respond to her. Sorry. The thing is, when we compare a single mother household maybe to a household that has 2 parents, even if their emotional support isn't there or isn't as strong, I'm not gonna lie, it's just always better for just someone, the father, just to be there. Like, even if, I'm not saying like negate, the emotional aspect as well, but just the fact that there's a male masculine father figure present, it goes a long way, because that means the children are less likely to try and outsource that from external, areas. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, it just doesn't compare, and the statistics show that it doesn't compare. So
Hey,
Yeah, Rich.
Scoop, what are you saying?
I'm hearing everyone's points, and everyone's made some pretty valid points. Obviously, Richard, you know what I do when I do a lot of workshops in schools. Do you know what it is? There's a mixture of problems within the community. First off, we got to look at the things that we idolize as a community. Yeah. So I think it was Top Bob that was making your point about, for example, look at the shows that we idolize, right? The Top Boys, the this, that, the other, the rap music. All these things glorify a ghetto mentality. And the thing about it is, if you don't change your mentality, you can't change yourself. So if you got to look at the things that we glorify within the community. So for example, Richard, I played rugby growing up. Yeah. My mum was like, all right, cool. We got a lot of aggression. She made me play rugby, which was a predominantly middle class sport. Yeah. People tried to ostracize me for it and this, that, and the other. For example, you go to schools now, the guy that's smart's called a nerd. The guy that's smart's called a geek. The guy that we don't, it's like, for example, we don't champion intelligence enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't champion intelligence enough. And it's like, when I go into schools now and I teach workshops, like, because I do poetry, I do spoken word, and I teach a lot of these kids, don't let anyone define who you are. Yeah? If you like drawing, you like this, you like that, be that. We have this mentality that unless you're kicking ball or rapping, you ain't going to make it out of the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah? And it's one of those things that we need to change. We need to start showing them that you can provide with your mind and there's nothing wrong with being intelligent. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we got to look at the things that we glorify as a community. And for example, as a man that didn't really have my dad about, yeah, the one thing I noticed is that a lot of what young men need is that guidance. So what I mean by that male guidance, because I provide it to a lot of young men now, is that male guidance, because a woman can raise a boy. I don't think she can raise him to be a man. Yeah, because there's certain things that a man will teach you. Like, for example, I see a lot of these young men, they have no emotional control. They get upset about everything. They wild out about everything. And it's like, I feel that they need to be taught that in life you can't do that. So I'm saying that
Women can't teach that.
No, hear what I'm saying is, I'm not saying a woman can't teach that, but 9 times out of 10 she's too busy. You know what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to make.
Nah, man, I don't even think that. I just don't think women. A woman's experience, a woman's life experience is different to a man's experience. Standard. You don't know. Like, you don't see the world through the man's perspective the same way we don't see the world through the woman's perspective, bro. So
that's true.
The man but unfortunately, in most scenarios when it's a single parent household, it's the mum who is the parent in the household. So these boys, they grow up to have feminine traits. They have feminine ways of dealing with the world, which unfortunately, if you try to deal with the world like you're a woman and you're a man, you are going to get punished for that. Yeah. Seriously. You get what I'm saying? Because women can literally wild out and not go to jail, bro. Women can get away with a lot of bad behavior and there's no repercussions. As a man, zero tolerance, bro.
Yeah.
So this is why a man has to teach a boy that, bro, like you can't do that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm also saying, like, she shouldn't have to. Do you know what I'm saying? Because remember, 2 people make a child. 2 people make a child, so it's up to those 2 people to raise the child. One, you're supposed to get maybe the nurturing essence from the mum and how to be a man from the dad. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is why I think it's very important because to me, it's not just having 2 parents; it's having 2 good parents.
Yeah, good parents. Yeah,
it's having 2 good, because you can have 2 parents and they both don't know what they're doing, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah,
you could.
You can have a dad. You can have a dad in the house. You can have a dad in the house who's unproductive and he's just there he's being a baby father instead of being a dad. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've seen that a lot.
Generally weak. Just
generally weak. Like. And it's like this, and I always say this is the man that's gonna raise your son. So I always say, like, you know what I'm saying? It's I don't know, man. It's just as a community.
And that goes back to what we're saying in this live, yeah. That like for instance, they were saying how the girls go after these kind of criminal and rappers and all these kind of degenerate guys when they're young. Yeah, but the issue is you have kids with these guys when you're young. That's the issue. So it's not even just the fact of you lot sleep with these guys and mess with these guys and date these guys, and it makes other boys feel like, oh, well, I have to be like those guys to get girls. It's not only that, but you actually end up having kids with them.
Say this, Richards. Can I say this, sure? So, for example, they have kids with them. It's like I always say to people, right, in life, you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Yeah? So it's like, let's just say, for example, now as a young man, I think like when I talk to young men, I tell them, don't let the hard way be the only way that you learn. Yeah, because there are certain lessons you will carry with you for life. So I say to them, for example, if you get a criminal record for doing something mad, say you're 18 and you get a criminal record for doing something mad, you can turn around at 30 and say, oh yeah, I've learned my lesson, but that criminal record could still be hindering you.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's still
So
there,
I say,
fam.
like, try to make better decisions. You know, I always encourage the kids, try to make better decisions for your future.
And that's what I think a lot of women don't understand. That's why, like, I think Bev said it before that, oh, yeah, but if you've dated dumb guys before, blah, 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 don't you deserve to get a good man now? I mean, everybody, I guess, is okay, everyone can get a second chance, but there's repercussions for your actions, fam. Do you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? There's repercussions for your actions, like.
Love something means you display the qualities of, you know what I'm saying? So
That's it. Like, if you've gone and you've got two kids with some guy in jail, like, I mean, a decent. What do you expect like a decent guy that's done the right thing with his life? How do you think he's gonna view that?
he's not gonna be looking for you still.
That's what I'm saying, like, and this is the reality. This is what's going on, bro. Like, and in my opinion, I think baby mama culture is very much idolized or worshipped in the black community. It seemed to be, oh yeah, she's strong, she's strong, she's strong. Yeah, she's strong because she's had to do what she's had to do. But is this optimal? Is this what we really want to see? No.
But Richards, can I say something?
Go on.
There's another thing there's another side of things that we don't see. Yeah? So I just did a just small writing job for a family up north. I just come back today, yeah? And this family have had like a big business within the family through 4 generations. Yeah. You know the other thing that burns me as well is that you see when you see like what we call BLK families doing well, it doesn't get promoted, bro. Yeah.
Yep.
The positivity that happens within our community doesn't get pushed out there. Yeah, it's just the negativity. The thing that bugs me is the fact you would think from the outside looking in that we're just doing bad.
Yeah.
We're just doing bad
It's
things.
the minority. It's the minority.
Yeah. Or we don't have affluent people or people that are in good jobs or in good. But we got people who are barristers, lawyers. We got people in such high positions within society, but we tend to focus on people doing the mad things.
They don't get the big platforms, bro. They
I
don't get
said
put on the
this
big
because
platforms.
a lot of the time the YT people are the ones that run the media, and hence why they will always push the negative BLK situations out there, push that agenda. Because I've always said BK people who do positive things and are successful don't get pushed out as much in comparison to the negative things that happens in our community. Why? Because the YT people are the ones behind the media. They control it. That's what I said.
It's a fact. There's a kid right now in Nigeria. Yeah, he's 11 years old with a higher IQ than Einstein. They're never going to tell you about that.
Yeah.
There's a 12-year-old now who's a chess master. Can beat nearly every single person you at chess, and he's 12. Not going to tell you about that.
But they're going to tell you about the latest rapper that came out of prison, though.
Guaranteed.
They're going to tell you. That's what they're going to show you. I mean, like, bruh, like, they literally show you, if some rapper bought a chain from a jeweler, that's all over Instagram. It's like, who gives a fuck what this rapper's doing, bruv? Or like, we have to listen to the prison stories from this guy who just came out of jail. Oh, his life was crazy. We have to sit down and do a whole show listening to his talking about his come up as some criminal, bruv.
But you know another problem is
it's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Give me one sec, right? So, all right, bro, give me one sec, right? So, let's reframe it, right? If I said to somebody, this glass of water or juice or whatever, right, has 1% of poison in it, are they gonna drink it? No, they're not. Even if it's like 1%. If I said to you, this glass of water's got 1% of poison in it, 99% that you won't get poison. The vast majority of people ain't gonna drink it. So now when they're trying to reframe this thing about like, oh yeah, we should accept that these criminals are they've got a platform and they can chat pop. I'm just like, do you understand that there's at least a 1% potential that could ruin your life? So it's like, okay, you understand the concept. So you're just an idiot at this point now. So there's, for me, this one, I'm just like, right, you understand it. You're choosing to be ignorant and go with a narrative that you feel, for some stupid reason, that you want to go along with. So I'm just like, oh, cool, be ignorant, but you deserve the consequence that comes along with it now. And there's not going to be any concession. And I don't think us as the public now should give any concessions for people who choose to be ignorant now.
Yeah, I
To
don't
be like,
either.
right.
I don't either.
Yeah, those days are done.
Yeah,
We've got
it's
too much
done.
information.
Stop allowing people to be ignorant and laughing it off and be like, yeah, it's cool. Nah, it's not cool. It's dumb. Like, I'm not hearing it, bro.
But you know,
Yeah,
the
they're
whole,
all
Unknown.
dumb
I want
stuff, dumb
this
stuff
new
now.
guy, Unknown Motion, to speak because he said, bro, it's artistic expression. Why so much hate for rap? So go on.
Man, that's what I wanted to say, literally, because you see on the rap thing, like a lot of the reasons why we jump on roads, I'm not saying about like why we jump on roads is because of a lack of opportunities in a racist system. Do you get it? So when it comes to the music thing, a lot of us are like, yo, just want to express ourselves, innit? So you jump in the booth, you make music, and do you get it? Like, what's the issue, bro? It's art. Do you know what I'm saying? The same way people make movies about all types of violence, Call of Duty, all them types of things and all that. Do you get it? It's art, bro. It's not that deep.
It actually is that deep, though. It actually is that deep because at the end of the day, yeah, you're saying that you lack of opportunities, racism, blah blah blah. Now there's opportunities everywhere. You had opportunity from when you went to school, bro. Do you realize in Nigeria that most of the kids they have to pay to go to school, bro? And then a lot of these Nigerian kids that have to pay to go to school, they do very well.
Yeah, but bro, we have to.
And you live in a country where you don't have to pay to go to school. You choose not to be academic, bro.
Bro, let me
Because
it's not even like that, bro.
It's a very easy process, bro. When you really deep it, it's actually an easy process. You just keep your nose out, keep yourself out of trouble, read your books, choose a profession you're gonna do that's actually gonna make some money, go to school, and that's what you have to do. Apply yourself. But
King Riches, bro.
most
Come and
people
respond to
in our
that, though.
community, most people in our community don't give a crap about academics, bro.
Come and respond to
And,
that, bro.
and it's just like what Scoop said, that if you are somebody who's intelligent, because bro, we all went through these phases in school, bro. If you're if you're too intelligent and you're black, bro, that's seen as you're unique.
Richard, can I respond quickly, bro? Yeah.
Go on.
Let me tell you something. We can obviously take the academic route as black boys, innit? Do you get it? But yeah, that don't pay very handsomely, innit? So man, them are seeing like, okay, if I jump in the booth and I become an artist, bro, and I go clear, that's gonna pay more than me working some finance job
That's
that
an
pays.
if, though.
1 second though,
That's
bro.
an if.
Let me land the point though, bro. Let me land it though. Can I land it?
goes clear.
Can I just land my point quickly, innit? Yeah, let me just land my point quickly. So man, them are thinking, bro, I'm trying to make it out the hood, bro. Do you get it? I'm not trying to be doing this 9 to 5 for 30 racks a year, bro. That's not paying the bills, innit? So they're thinking, okay, let me do something artistic. Do you get it? So I can go clear, bro.
So you're making
That's-
30k. Are you telling me you're
bills,
making
bro.
more than 30k a year from
If you
music?
don't mind my asking,
No,
Hold on,
bro,
wait,
you're
wait,
not-
hold
you're
on,
missing
Bev,
the point,
hold
though.
on,
You're missing-
Bev,
Hold on,
Bev,
one
Bev,
voice.
hold on,
This
hold on.
is a very
Because
important
this is
conversation.
stupid.
Hold on. This part here is very important. So I want this to be very clear, everyone, one at a time, boys, because this is very
Yeah, can I
important.
speak?
This
Bro,
part.
can I speak, bro?
Please,
all right,
I've been
I'll ask
waiting
him
for
after.
time.
Yeah.
please, may I?
Go
Because
on, one at a time. Go on.
you're saying, so let me get it straight. You don't want to do your education and go get a good job for minimum 30k because that's not going to pay the bills. But how much have you made off of music this year?
You're missing the point. You're
No,
missing
no,
the
no.
point, bro.
Answer my question. How much did you make off music this year?
You're missing the point, bro.
But
It's not
answer
even
my
a.
question. But answer my
I'm
question.
gonna answer you though. I'm gonna
So
answer
it
you.
should be a number that I hear out of your mouth.
Wait, can I answer you though? Can I answer you?
Answer me with a number.
Okay, even with the working.
That's not a number.
Bro,
So you've made
don't
less
do
than
that,
30k.
man.
No.
This is not an adult
I'm
conversation if you're gonna
Sweetheart,
do that,
sweetheart,
bro. Man's
I'm
an
only
adult,
asking
fam.
you a question, and I only needed
don't
a
sound
number
like
from
one.
you. So if you're not gonna answer my question, I'm gonna continue with what I was saying. A lot of these rappers are not making more than 30k. Hell, they're not even making more than 10k.
They're not.
This is ridiculous. How are you gonna sit here and tell us, yeah, grown people? I'm pretty sure all of us have jobs here and we pay bills and we pay
Bro,
taxes.
can I add, bro?
No, hold on, bro. Go on.
How are you gonna sit here and tell us all big people that you don't want to go and work hard, save your money, stack your money, be financially literate, Because
Can I ask you something else though?
No,
Another.
you don't get to ask me no questions because I'm
Oh, are
talking.
you alright,
I'm
bro?
talking.
Now let her
This is
finish,
the
and
time
then you
to
can go in
listen.
after. Go on.
Bro,
And
you're
I'm
moving
starting to
nuts,
see.
though.
I'm starting
Calm
to
down,
see
fam.
and
You're a bit
understand.
aggressive. You're a bit hostile, man.
I'm
Chill, innit?
starting to see and
You man's
understand.
calm here. Don't be hostile, fam.
Sweetheart, I'm talking. I'm being hostile because you're over talking me. I'm starting to see why you can't keep a job and why you're not offered a job. But you can't have no impulse control the way you're going in. There's no way. You would not
Let's
be able
just stick
to
to
be
the
told
topic. Let's not say
that you would not
personal.
be able
Just
to.
stick to the topic. Go on.
I'm trying to stick to the topic, but this is what I'm saying. When I was talking about like, you know, these young people, they need to have things like cadets and they need to have activities to go to so they can learn some discipline. This is what I'm talking about. He doesn't even have the discipline to be quiet when other people are talking. He lacks
We get it, but let's
no,
get
but
to
this
your
is the
point. Go on.
point. This is the point I am making, though, Kings. That is the point I'm making. It's laziness, lack of discipline. That is the point here. You're trying to say that there's no opportunities. There's plenty of opportunities.
Ask
The
unknown
government, hold on.
Bro,
There's
I wanted to
plenty.
speak after
There are
her.
plenty of free courses and opportunities for you to go and take advantage of. It's just that you lack the discipline and you don't have the integrity to actually go through and do this.
Can I respond, please? So, firstly, I don't know who you're talking to because
I'm talking to you.
I've got a job, darling. Yeah.
Thank you.
So please just watch your tone. Yeah. I've got a job. Thank you. I'm referring to the man them who don't have the same opportunities. Okay, who are maybe not as intelligent, not as high IQ. So they're thinking, how can I make bread, bro? How can I raise bread? So they're gonna shop. Do you get it? They're gonna shop because that pays
Work
more
in
than
a
a
warehouse.
Oh my God, bro. Can
Now
you
let
let
him
me land
speak,
my
let him
point,
speak.
please?
Go on.
Can I just land my point,
You
bro?
interrupted me hundreds of times.
I've never interrupted you, bro.
Yes, you did.
King Richards, can I land or
Yeah,
what?
go on.
Because I know you ain't got no moderator here. So what I'm
I'm the
saying is,
moderator.
I say
Go,
that.
go.
Say that. So for me personally, yeah, you're talking about man. I've got a job, bro. So I'm not even talking about myself. I know man them who are not as intelligent when it comes to the books, bro. So they're thinking, how can I raise money? So they're gonna shot loud. They're gonna shot. You get me? They're gonna shot, bro. They're gonna shot. Of course they are because they ain't got. They're not. They want to make money, bro.
Bro, like
You
I
get it?
get what you're saying. Listen,
You see the thought process.
Hold on. I see the thought process. Like this is the thing, yeah. Like, bro, like I come from that place, bro. Like this is what I'm saying. I'm not some sneaky guy from fucking Cambridgeshire, bro. Like I know what you're talking about, but the reality is, the truth is, there is options, bro. Like all that. I'm just in the flats, man. Bro, I'm broke, blood. Like, bro. There's free courses you can do. You could start laboring. You could start anything, bro. I'm sure you can actually do security courses for free. If you didn't know, you can actually get security courses for free if you're on JSA and all of these kind of things. There's loads of things you can do. Apprenticeships, MVQs, all these kind of things. And you mean to tell me there's nothing you could do to rise up money, bro?
Richard, I fully hear you.
That's
Yeah,
a lie,
Yo,
bro.
can
I
I
fully
can
hear
I
you.
say-
Yeah.
can I add,
Do you know
bro?
what it is, yeah?
I fully agree with you,
It's
bro.
because
But
guys are watching movies, listening to music. They're listening to other boys, older guys in their ends
And
that
they're
don't even know
lazy.
much more than they do, listening to their opinion on what's real. And then they're just trying to get fast money because a lot of them, they don't
Because they're
understand
lazy.
consistency. They don't understand hard work. They don't understand delayed gratification. They don't understand these things, bro. They have the
Because
minds
they
of
lazy.
children, bro. They
So,
have the minds of
unknown, can
little
I ask
kids.
you a
And do you want to know?
Yo, can I add, bro?
Hold on. And the last but not least, yeah, the most crucial fact is a lot of these guys that you see and they go and do drilling and trapping, and yeah, they got a big chain and they got a nice car and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? At the end of the day, they end up getting a regular job at the end of the day. Most of them. So all of this is a joke. You're gonna, I don't want to do a 9 to 5 because it's only 30 racks. Boom, boom, boom. At the end of the day, after you've been jail, you've been stabbed, you've been shot, you got money, you lost it, all of these things, and you come back and then you still go and become a plumber. So what's the point, bruv?
oh, I fully hear what you're saying there, but man's gonna say this, innit? Yeah, not everybody is afforded the same opportunities. You get it?
Oh my
And
God.
you know what I'm saying? And people are thinking wrong. people are in desperate situations. They're thinking, "Wow, what's the fastest way?"
Blood, we're not in
But
Nigeria.
Richard, can I just say
I think
something?
riches, bro.
Richard, can I
I
say
think
something?
I think some people are quite out of touch on this panel. I'll be
No,
real. Like,
unknown. I'm gonna be
I
honest
think
with
people are
you.
out of touch, bro.
The first
Like,
thing I want to say
one
is,
second,
Let
bro.
Ben
This,
speak. Let Ben speak.
the first thing I want to say is, not all 9 to 5s only pay 30k. If you pick up a trade, like become an engineer, an electrician, even bus drivers, train drivers, those are also 9 to 5s that pay very well. I just want to say that. 2, do you know how music works? I'm just generally asking, because you said if you go clear. If you go clear, it's not even a 100% chance you will make money from that music. And number 2, another thing is, until you start getting a certain amount of streams and viewers and listeners, you're not actually going to see revenue from that music, because the artist is always paid last. Because why? Studio time, production, producers, music engineers, songwriters, they all get paid before you, the artist.
Bev, can I respond to that quickly and ask you a question, right? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So even on the music thing, right? What if a man just wants to jump in a booth because he enjoys music, though? Should we discourage that? Like, what's wrong with that? He just wants to make music, bro.
We're not
Express
saying
himself. Like, is that an issue, though?
But it's not the only way
He's
out.
an artist, innit? It's artistic expression, though.
That's
So
not
why
what
are we
we're talking
discouraging
about. We're
that,
not
though?
talking about people that are doing it
But
for
we're
a
saying
hobby.
it's not the only way out. That's the problem.
What if a man
It's
says
not
he
what
wants
we're
to do it
talking
as a
about.
hobby and he ends up blowing, though?
But we're not
Because that's how
talking
most of these
about
artists
that. We're not
start, though.
disputing that.
That's how most of these artists start. They were unknown and they said, "Yo, I just want to jump in a booth," and they blow up. So
Okay.
why should we discourage that, though?
Bro, let's
Can you
be
name me
real,
5
bro.
UK artists that blow up?
Bro, if you're taking time out to go studio, to make songs, you're in the back of your mind. It may not be at the front, but in the back of your mind, you're hoping you're gonna make something out of this. You're hoping people are gonna listen to your music. You're not making music.
But what's wrong
You're
with
not
that, King
making
Riches,
music.
though?
You're
What's
not
wrong with that?
making-
It's a hustle,
You're not gonna
though.
make music just
But
to
it's
play
a
for
hustle, though,
yourself.
bro. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. It's a passion, and it's a hustle, though. What's wrong with that? It's music,
Let's
innit?
be real. Let's be real.
Expression, bro.
Most of these
There's other
guys-
hobbies.
Most of these guys are not doing
people
music
that
because
are
it's
not
their
going to
passion.
blow.
Like, what
Most
the
people
hell?
doing it are not going to blow. Most. For every Bugsy Malone, every I don't know Stormzy, for every Dave, for every one of those people, a lot of people failed, bro.
Hey, King Riches, can man have a talk? Can I speak to you real quick? Yeah, because I've had a look at some of your content. You get it? On certain streams, broski, you will be like, you wanna bang a man in his face. Do you get it? You'll say that, bro. Because you get it. You will say that, innit? So the same way, if man wants to jump in the booth because I'm vexed one day and say, I want to dip up guys, it's very similar, bro. I'll be real.
No, it's not.
It's a way of
similar,
expressing
bro.
yourself,
No,
bro.
it's the only time I will ever express myself in that kind of way if somebody's violating me, bro. I don't go out there on mission.
It's the same thing with drill artists, bro.
I don't encourage people.
Yeah, Riches, drill artists have real life ops, bro.
I don't glamorize.
Riches, you're missing the point, though, my brother.
I don't glamorize, bro. Like you're telling me I was there. I know what I say, bro.
Yeah, but King Riches, you're missing my point,
I know
bro.
what I say, bro. Like.
Riches,
I don't
bro,
know
man,
what
I'm
you
not trying to
think.
misrepresent you, brother. I'm not trying to misrepresent you because I fuck with your content, innit? But I've seen you on stream say you will punch up guys when they're violating. Do you get it?
Okay.
So the same way a drill artist, if he jumps in a booth and he's got real life ops and he wants to jump on the mic and say, I'll dip up these youths because they violated, it's the same thing, bro.
I think there's a big difference.
It's the same thing,
No,
brother.
it ain't the same thing because guess what? You could get stabbed one time and die, bruv.
True.
So it's not the same. It's the same way, like, if you get arrested for dipping someone and I get arrested for having a fight in the street, it's not going to carry the same sentence, is it? So it can't be the same.
Riches, on some of the tracks, they won't say they want to dip up guys. They say they want to punch up guys. It's the same thing, bro.
Oh, you're playing semantics now.
It's expression, fam.
At the end of the day, look,
like, bro, at the end of the day,
King is not known to be violent. That's not his whole brand and his whole image. He's not making his career off of saying he's gonna dip man down or punch man down or whatever.
That's what I'm saying,
That's
like,
not what it is.
what
So
you-
stop it.
What are you on,
You're
like?
being disingenuous and you're playing semantics now.
It's a semantics
I can't
game
listen
you're
to it.
playing right now, bro. Like,
All I'm
Someone else can talk in it, man. I'm just having a convo in it. It's not really a hostel.
I'm
Get
happy
it?
you came in.
Music is not the
Do you know
only way
what?
out.
Hold on. I'll let you speak after. I'm happy you came in to speak from that side of it because I like to have like people that have different points of view in it. So That is good that you came in it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's why I
Get
said
it, bro. It's not even a hostile thing in it. It's just man's got my
No, it's never hostile.
you
It's
know what I'm
never
saying?
hostile.
I've just
It's
got
never
my
hostile. It's just
mindset, and
passionate.
broski, let me tell you, innit? Man's from the hood, innit? Do you get it? I'm not trying to say that. Like, I'm sure a lot of us are. Do you know what I'm saying? And we know how things get. Do you get it? When desperate times come on, and man are like, yo, how do I raise money right now? Do you know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
go
And
get a
it's,
job.
do you get it?
But bro,
So
this is what I'm
People,
saying.
normal people go
Most
and
of
get a
these
job.
guys, bro, like most of these guys, they end up getting a job in the end anyway, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Most of these guys end up getting a job. Everyone in the chat that is watching, yeah, please press one in the chat if you know someone that was on road, doing badness on road, doing this, dipping people, blah, 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 went jail, came back and still end up doing a normal job.
100%. Like,
Everybody knows people like that, bro. Now, how many people in the chat know a multi-millionaire rapper? Not that many.
I Riches, all I'm gonna say is
That
this,
many,
Riches.
bro.
King Riches, what I'm gonna say is this here. If I know a young G, right, and he's telling me, bro, I wanna jump in a booth, innit? I've got things to say in a booth. I'm not gonna tell him, bro, don't jump in a booth. I'm gonna tell him, bro, express yourself, innit? Do you get it?
I'll
That
tell
is
him
not
to
the point
I'll
of
tell
the
him to get a new
conversation.
life, bro. If your life is so messed up that you don't know what to do with yourself, I think you need to redirect your energy into maybe getting a job and then keeping your nose down. Because guess what? Or keeping your head down. Because you know why? Do you want to know the truth about it as well, yeah? If you're working a 9 to 5, no matter what it is, whether you're doing the low paying one or a high paying one, yeah, you're not gonna have time to do stupid things anymore. You won't have enough time. You'll be too tired, bruv. Because guess what? You waking up in the morning, going to your job for 8 hours. You're gonna be commuting. You're gonna eat, watch some TV, and go to sleep. You're not even gonna have time to hang out with your friends on the block. Listen, let me tell you this, and I know that's true because I remember when I used to hang out on the block and I used to bun weed and all that dumb shit, and then the friends of mine that had 9 to 5s, they only used to pass through. They'd say, yeah, spud everyone, yeah, what's going on, what's going on, da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I'm just coming from work. What you man on? Nah, we're just here, innit? We're just chilling. Oh, cool. Oh man, I gotta go in, man. I'm tired, I got work in the morning. All right, safe blood. Boom. You don't even have time. Do you get what I'm saying? This is why these boys, as soon as they are eligible to work, they should go and get jobs, bro. They should go and get jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, when you're how old are you? 16? You can start working in it. If you're 16 years old and you get a job, bruv, yeah. Don't tell me about I ain't got enough money to rise up this and rise up that, bro. Like you're 16 years old, bro. You don't need to buy me back.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You ain't got bills to pay. You live in your
You
parents'
ain't got bills, bro. So by the time you get to 18, you should have stacked bare money, bro. You got 24 months of working. You ain't got no peas.
I'll be real, yeah.
Come on, cuz.
Even
Unknown, didn't you say you had a job?
Hold on, Bev.
Man's got a
He's
job,
even
bro.
trying to
Then
make
why
the
would you
argument.
encourage? Wait, sorry, Top Bar. So why would you, as someone who has a job, encourage a youngster to get in the studio and express themselves? If
The
you have a job?
reason being, Bev, I'll tell you why, right? Because I'll tell you why. A lot of youths have talent in music. Do you get it? And if they use it in the right way, do you know what I'm saying? I think, and you know, if that's what they want to do to express themselves, I'd actually say that's a more interesting career. Do you get it? I'm not saying I'm not happy with my career, but if a man is young and he's got that talent and he wants to pursue that career, I'll be like, bro, go for that. That's lit. Do you know what I'm saying? As you know, as much as we need people who are 9 to 5ers, what's wrong with the artists and entertainers? We need them as well. Do you get it?
That sounds like the blind leading the blind.
Useless.
Honestly.
They're useless. I would say they're useless, bro.
The blind leading the
useless.
blind.
You trying to use this excuse, yeah, that is a form of expression. This, that, second, and four is BS as well. Because I know a couple men that do go studio and write their raps, but they ain't publishing it nowhere, so they're not promoting or pushing no negativity. They keep it to themselves and it stays on their phone, or they send it to their close people around them. If it genuinely is just about expression, then they would be keeping it to themselves.
Bro, I don't know, man. I love music, but I can't live without music. Do you get it? Man can't live without music, though.
I'm not
Let
done
her
talking.
finish. Let her finish quickly. Go on, bro. Go on.
Say no.
So when we're talking about expression of art and all these things, I can't lie, that's bullshit. And also, I feel like it's really disingenuous. We all know that most men are jumping on the mic to make money. I've spoken to multiple rappers and asked them why they started rapping. Some of them, they hit the charts, some of them didn't hit the charts, but I promise you all know them. They all did it because they thought it was going to make them money.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they do it.
Yeah.
So allow all that BS about, oh, it's just an expression of art. No.
Nah, a lot of the times they want to tell their story as well, though. Do you get it? They want to
Some
tell their
stories don't
story.
need to be told, bruv.
Why is this
not
a
though,
hill that
bro?
you
Some
want to
stories
unalive
don't
on?
need to be told, bruv.
Why is this
I
such a
don't
hill that
care.
you
No,
want
bro, I don't. Okay, so King Richard, what's the difference between movie? What's the difference between violent movies and you know the raps that people put out? It's the same kind of thing, no? You get it? These violent movies.
And bro,
Yes.
yeah, but I said the media. I talk about it's not just rap.
This is what
it's
he
the
didn't
media,
listen to
bruv.
the whole conversation. That's what it is. He doesn't know what the
media.
conversation is even about, and I realized it a long time ago. He doesn't know what we're talking about.
What you're talking about, but I feel like too
So what
often
was the point
BL.
of what we were
Alright, let me
speaking
just
about?
land this point quickly. I'll let you respond. I feel too often BLK boys, we get a bad rap when we want to start doing our artistic expression and it's quote unquote violent in it. But whenever other demographics want to be violent, there's no issue. I see YT boys, you get me, making violent movies, making violent music as well. Do you get it? So too often we get a bad rap for it.
So
We
So
are
yeah, again,
socio.
clearly he didn't listen
bro,
to the
we are
conversation. He doesn't know what we're
socio-economically
talking
at the
about.
bottom, bro. Do you understand that? You can't do no. You don't understand because you wouldn't have said that comment, bruv. Because if you understand what being socio-economically at the bottom means, you can't act like they are acting. You can't behave like they're acting. You can't get away with what they're doing, bro. It don't work like that, fam. You're gonna have to work harder. I'm sorry. What our parents said, you're gonna have to work 5 times harder. It's true. There's a reason why they allow this negative, dysfunctional media to carry on. Because it keeps us down, bro. That's the reality. And guess what? If a lot of the black boys, instead of using the time of their life when they have the most energy, the most capacity to learn and all of these things, and they're using that time of their life to go in the booth and rap about drilling and trapping, I think that's a waste, bro. Because there's a lot of boys that are drillers and trappers and wannabe rappers that are very intelligent and they could use their energy in something else more tangible. But guess what? Nah, we all gotta be artists.
What you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying, but do you know what I'm saying? Like we're always gonna have them artists there in our community, innit? The rappers are always gonna be there. And you know what? I think they're needed, bro, because some of them tell that story of rags to riches that all of us can relate to as BLK people. Do you get it? That's why a lot of
I
us.
told you he wasn't
But
listening.
brother, but
I
listen,
told you he
why are you
wasn't listening.
interrupting me though? You've interrupted me enough times though. Do you get
Yeah,
it?
you interrupt me, so I'm
No,
interrupting
I
you.
haven't, bro.
You
I've
didn't
been
I
listen to
think
me
these two
before.
fancy each other.
Absolutely the fuck not. I don't date young boys.
You haven't
I
even
don't
seen
date young
him. He
boys.
might be
Allow
your
it.
type still.
Yeah, she's
Allow
obvious
it.
still.
You know,
She's obvious. She's
King,
obvious.
you know damn well what my type is. Don't do
He's
that.
probably your type still.
You know exactly what my type is, King. Don't do that. I don't date little boys. Thank you.
Unknown.
You don't know anything about him. He's like the
I
way
know
he's
he's a little boy. He's a
There's
little boy.
tension
The way
there.
he's talking, he's a little youth,
Just
man. I don't
remember
chat
that.
to
There's
man like
tension
that.
there. There's tension there.
Unknown. Just remember the key word is if you blow up. If. Please. Because I feel like you're assuming that all these drill rappers are going to blow. No. It's no. We got to be realistic. We have to be real. And hence why I said a lot of the time, if you don't know the business of music, you ain't making money from music. Believe it or
Bro,
not.
even these American rappers, a lot of them are broke, blood. Just do your research, bro. They'll tell you themselves. They're making like, I don't know what, 8% on their tunes. They reckon, because that's if you're signed as well. So you're signed and you've got the marketing behind you, and your company is paying the radio stations to play your songs and blah blah blah. You think these guys are rich? They're not. They're living off advances that they get from the record label, bro. And that's what happens in this country as well. They get an advance, 100k, 200k. Yeah, they look like they're rich.
Can I say this, bro? Can I say
They
this?
look like they're rich.
So on that, right?
go
So
on,
if your music is an expression of your background and your environment, right? Why don't you change your environment then? So then that way you can express something more.
Can man keep it G? Can man keep it 100? Yeah? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah? I make music. You get it? Do you know what I'm saying? I said like obviously that's the reason I'm in that. If that wasn't obvious, do you get it? But certain days, the reason why I make tunes is because the ends is fucked, bro. Do you get it?
So
The
why don't you
ends
take
is
yourself out
fucked.
the ends then?
Huh?
Why don't you take yourself out the
It's
ends,
not that
man?
easy, bro. Like, what do you
What do you
mean?
mean, bruv? Like,
And that's why
bruv,
man
I'll
they
be
make
honest, yeah.
music. That's why man they make
So
music
what?
because
You
they're
so
like the ends are
So you're
fucked,
telling me
and I'm
that you
trying to
can't
get out of
afford?
the ends. You get it?
Wait, bruv. You're telling me that you can't afford like a 1 room place for like 150 a week or something at the bits for
It's
like
not that
1 year?
easy, bro. It's not that
You
easy,
What do you
keep
mean
bro.
it's
saying it's
not
not
that
that
easy,
easy. It
bruv?
actually is very easy to move out the end. You just don't want
Bruv,
to.
like do it for 1 year. Try it for 1 year, right? Get yourself away from all the issues, right? And then just see for 1 year, right? See how things change. If it don't change, then go back to the bits then, and you
Bro,
know.
and that's what I said at the beginning of this live stream, bro. My life changed. When I went to America, bro, my whole perception of reality changed, bro. When I was still in London, in South London, with all my regular friends doing regular rubbish I was doing, bro, yeah? Like, bro, my mind was closed-minded, bruv. I didn't even have a perception of the world, of other people's reality and other people's background and the possibilities and the options that are actually out there. What you can actually do if you apply yourself. I had no idea, bruv. When you get out, that's when you see. When
Yeah,
you
but
stay
King
away from
Richard,
those people for a
King
while, bruv,
Richard,
you'll
you're
see
missing the
some
point,
different.
King Richard. This is the point, though. Yeah, sometimes let me tell you the point with the music thing, innit? You see, when you get on your stream, yeah, I kind of see it as a way of you venting. Do you get it? Man, seen you come on stream before, and guys are pissed off, and you're like, bro, I'll bang this you in his face. You get it? You say this. So the same way for man, do you get it with the music thing? It's a way of venting, bro. A lot of us are frustrated, so we jump in the booth and we're like, yo, this is the way of me saying what I want to say without
Bro,
repercussions. You get it?
their
There
whole
are
image,
repercussions, and that was the
their
whole
whole image and
conversation.
their whole
Like,
message
what are we
is I
doing?
am a criminal, bro. My message has never been I am a criminal, I wanna beat up everybody, I'm gonna steal everybody's girl, I'm anything like that. When these guys get in the booth, they talk super thug. That's their image. That's what they're putting out there, bro. So to try and make that comparison, no, it's kind of weak, bro. Like
And the thing is,
to be honest with you,
what I
I
would
get
say,
what you're saying. I get what you mean by letting off steam or expression, but you gotta understand, yeah. Like when I say certain things, I'm not glamorizing it. These guys, when they make these songs, they are glamorizing it. And
Bro,
you
do
gotta
you know what?
understand, it's
A
little
lot of times
kids.
they're not even trying to glamorize the
And
thing,
you gotta
though.
understand, it's
Sometimes they're not even
little
trying to
kids
glamorize
listening to
it,
this
though. It just
thing.
is what it is, fam.
No, but you're actually being a virus at this point because it's young boys listening to this. Like that is the target audience, is young boys.
It's so crazy because a lot of these drill rappers, when you lot are speaking about these things, a lot of the time you lot are even incriminating yourself because these judges will use it against you in court.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
They'll use it against you in court. So you want to express yourself, okay, express yourself and incriminate yourself then. And then when you now go in front of the judge and the judge is asking you, how come you were rapping this? How come you were doing this? What are you going to say to the judge? Oh, I was just expressing myself. Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
and the thing is, right, with King Richards, right, you have to respect the fact that he puts the work in as a boxer. So you must be a damn fool, right, to see this brother run your mouth up to him and then think to yourself that, right, that my man ain't gonna mouth box your bumper clock down, right? When my man's putting the work in, so he's earned the right to say what he's saying, right? For the man that sits on his ass that's bashing buttons with his dick in his hand, he ain't got the right to say what King Richards said because he ain't put the work in. So that's it, yeah. So you have to respect a man's work rate as well. That's the difference. You're not seeing a brother who puts the work in what you think is easy for a
Yeah,
man
but
to
some of
be in
these
the gym.
rappers are putting. Some of these rappers have match work, though. You don't know their work rate, bro.
I'm not
Like,
talking slang, bro. I'm
you
talking like
don't know
proper
their
work,
work
as in
rate,
training,
bro.
turning up every day. Yeah, he's getting punched in the face, right? He has to take punches in the face to be able to say, right, boom. If next man want to talk pop, those hands are ready.
Yeah, but bro, you
So,
don't know
bruv,
that. You don't know artists that have been in street fights, all types of crap, bro.
street fights, bro.
Literally,
To
bro.
somebody
No,
who
but
gets up at
like,
the
bro,
crack of dawn.
that's a completely different like realm, though.
This guy cannot be a day older
You're talking
than
about a
21.
a
There's no
discipline,
way.
and you're comparing having street wars to actual a discipline. Like it's not the
He's an idiot,
same,
bro.
brother.
He's
It's
an
not
idiot.
the same, bro.
That's why it's gonna be more
What's the
interesting, bro.
insult? What are you
It's not
calling it
coming
Egypt?
down
Who
the
you calling it
mountains. This is
Egypt
a
though,
prime
bro? Watch
You,
that.
bro,
example
Watch
of the
that.
because no, I'm
founders
making
of
it
I
very
watch
frank,
that,
bro.
bro.
Because
Watch
you're not
that,
talking
bro.
anything
I watch
intelligent,
that,
and
bro. Don't be calling me an
Susie,
Egypt
wait, hold on.
on
okay.
like.
So
Hold
what
on.
have you said that's
Can I
Man's
intelligent
ask
come
then?
here
you
to have an
something?
Something that
intellectual
Hold
where you're
debate.
getting
on,
banned from.
Nah, man came
everyone
here to have an
chill.
intellectual debate. Man, be trying to call
Everyone
me
No,
an
chill
but he's
idiot,
trying to
out.
press
fam.
the
Everyone
point,
chill
bro.
out. Everyone
Unknown,
Get
chill
have
it?
you
out. Yeah.
traveled before?
This is
Like,
why guys
Hey,
jump.
hey, everyone
This
chill
is why
out.
guys
Everyone
jump in
chill
the
out.
booth,
Real,
bro.
real,
This is why
real.
guys
Everyone
jump
chill
in the
out.
booth, fam.
Everyone chill out, man. No name
sorry.
calling. It's not that. We're not gonna go
Unknown,
down that road. Yeah,
have
it's
Bro,
you
not
gone
I'll
on
that kind of
holiday
respect your
before? Have
lifestyle.
you
thing, Richard,
traveled
because you
before?
said it. I'll respect your thing.
Alright,
Just
cool.
respect my thing, bro. Don't be calling me
Listen,
an idiot,
everyone,
There's
bro.
just
Get
nothing
it?
to
respect
Nah, bro, there's
respect.
everyone,
no
bruv.
respect for
Everyone
you, bro.
respect
There's
everyone.
nothing to
Listen,
respect.
listen,
Nah,
listen,
nah, nah.
listen. Everyone respect
Unknown,
everyone.
have you traveled before? Have you left the country before?
Yeah.
Okay, and when you left the country, where did you go? Just out of curiosity.
Bare countries, bro.
Okay, so when you're on holiday, how do you feel when you're on holiday?
Depends, innit?
So what do you mean it depends? I'm just generally asking.
Depends where I've travelled to, innit? If the weather's nice or the weather's not nice,
So
depends.
can you give me an example of a country you've been to?
USA.
What part of the USA did you go to?
Different parts, innit? I've been to different parts.
So when you were in the USA, did you enjoy it? Did you like it?
Really? Nah.
So even to the hot places, you didn't enjoy?
It was aight. It's just meaty, innit? It's
It
aight.
was meaty. Okay. Forget it. There's no point of me asking the rest of the question.
Hey, I know
Keep being
you're
so real.
funny,
I
bruv.
don't
You
really
are
like America
funny.
like that. I don't like America
Okay,
like that. To be
anywhere else
real.
that you've been on holiday and you've enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were on that holiday, what did you like about it? And what country was that?
The vibes, innit? Weather vibes. What's with these questions?
I'm
Where you leading,
asking
though?
because I want to see your perception of how you view things, because it seems like you're quite close-minded, you're stuck in London. As Rich has said, when he went to America, it broadened his mind. It opened his mind to other opportunities. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm asking you if you have traveled and how you felt when you were on holiday, because I'm looking at it from a perspective of if you enjoyed going on holiday, wouldn't you want to be able to have the funds to do that more often? Wouldn't you be able to want to have the funds to enjoy the luxury of going on holiday? That's why I was asking you them questions.
Of course. But all I'm saying with this thing, right, is I agree with you, lot. Mainly, innit? Like, we should be encouraging BLK boy youth, innit? To be like, to go down legitimate means, innit? But I fully know in the hood, right, there's a lot of people who come from destitute situations, you get it? Where they're like, right, what do I do to make money right now? So they go and trap. Simple, innit? They do robberies, they trap, they do a bunch of stuff, and then they're like,
What
yo,
age do you think that starts, bro? What age?
young, bro, realistically.
Like what? Like 11?
Yeah, bro, sometimes as young as that.
So at 11 years old, what are they really trying to buy, bruv? That
Bro,
they're
some of
so
this,
desperate.
yeah, but bro,
Because
King
this
Richie's,
is
what
the
you're
point.
missing is a lot of these youths are in foster care, though. A lot of these youths are in foster
I
care,
get
bro.
that. I've got friends like that. I get it. But this is the thing. I understand what you're saying, bro. But the point is that it's like you're not catching where man's coming from. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And the thing is, by the way you speak, yeah, you're gonna understand what man's saying maybe further down the line. But right now, you're not. It's not because you're in. It's like, bro, because I
He's got
remember
the
before I
trapped
went to the States,
mentality.
yeah,
He's got the
my
trapped
mind
mentality,
was
bro.
so like, this is it. What I see, this is it. And I don't even want to see anything. I don't even care what else is going on. I don't care. I got my friends. I got these kind of girls that are around, and this is it, bruv. Like, but, bro, it's not. The world is, bro, you can't, a human mind can't even fathom how big the world is, bro. You can't really think of how big the world is. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, when you say these things about, oh yeah, man them in the hood and they're in desperate times and they're thinking, oh, what can I do to get peas? Well, these men are trapping, I'm gonna start trapping as well. Bro, I'm sorry, that's not good enough, because there's people around the world that are living in far worse situations and they're not drilling and trapping, bro. And
Well,
they
that's
make it
not
out,
true.
bro.
That's not
And I'm
true,
saying
though,
in this
bro.
country,
But King
in
Richie,
this
can I
first world,
respond to that, King
listen,
Richie's,
hold
bro?
on. In this first world country, UK, first world country, you know, where you have healthcare, you have the law to protect you, You have school. You can go to school, bruv. You can't tell me you don't have options, and especially at 11 years old, because that's the age when all these boys turn to this crap. 11 years old. What are you really trying to buy at 11 years old that you have to start trapping, bro?
This is what I'm saying though. It's not even about money per se. It's actually just about validation. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's
process,
50-50. I think it's
talking
50-50,
unknown.
bro.
Why do you keep doing this and then you'll get mad when I interrupt you? The thought process that, rah, man needs money still, then you decide to go and trap is insane. Most people do not think like that. You can go and make money from a job. You can go and make £20 an hour in a warehouse. That doesn't require you don't need no qualifications to work in a warehouse, bro. So I feel like it's not even, I think when we're talking about young youth, it's typically because they're looking for validation. They are gullible, they're impressionable, they're naive. They look at the guys on the block that have the chains and the gal and the nice car and the nice garments. They want to be like that. That's really what it is. And if they're older and they feel like they have no other options, it's because they want an easy way out. And they also don't want to work. They don't want to clock in. They don't want to do the hard work. They want the easy route out. That is the reality of it.
I think it's as black and white. I don't think it's as black and white. That's all I'll say. I feel like there's a lot of, and this is what I'm gonna say lastly before I drop down because I got a decent in it. But
thank God.
Hey, you fancy each other. You two fancy each other.
Secretly, she's gonna be in my DMs. Secretly.
I know. And King, the fact that you even entertain that bullshit, I hate you for that.
No, but let me just say some last. Can I just say this last before I drop down on
your Instagram,
and then you can rotate, man, innit? But I just feel like it's not as black and white, innit?
Don't ever ask me to come back on the pod. I'm not coming back.
Oh, why are you being so sensitive?
I'm not coming back.
Like, brother,
you're ruining in my market.
Can I just say this real quick? I don't think it's as black and white, bro. I feel like there's a lot of people, do you get it, who are just trying to make it out, and they're like, this is too hard, man. I need to do something in it.
So let me do something easier.
I need to do something in it. Do you get it? I don't think it's as black and white as we should just go into careers and just take the straight and narrow path, bro. There's a lot of times where people have to do stuff out of desperation.
That's really crazy you said that, bro.
And on that note, bye-bye.
Crazy you said that.
But yo, big up your thing, King Riches, bro. And yo, follow, man. Man's got Unknown Motion, Luxury Streetwear, man. I got merch coming to you, man. Follow my thing.
3 samples then?
Of course, bro. Man, I send that to you for sure, bro. Defo.
That's what I like, bro.
Defo, bro. I'm gonna follow. Defo, bro. I'm gonna send that to you.
I'm gonna follow you now, then.
Say nothing, bro.
Trust me. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on.
Why are you not trying
respect,
to pay
bro.
the
In a
brother?
bit. Respect.
Why are you not trying to pay the brother so he doesn't have to go and be desperate?
Bro, marketing. You don't understand marketing, man.
Yeah, but you can go. You can afford
be a
that.
brand ambassador.
You can afford it. You can afford it.
And plus, I've done clothing lines as well. I can help the guys.
Well,
you don't know what you're talking about.
You can afford it.
With your little
you can afford
Jiffy Pop hat on, bruv.
It's a bonnet. You can afford it.
Yeah, Jiffy Pop.
Don't tell me about no Jiffy Pop when you've got a woolly hat on, you dickhead, with a bubble on top, rude boy. Right? Why are you wearing a woolly hat with a pom pom on top inside?
Hey, because I like it.
Yeah, ush your gums. Yeah,
I like it.
Ush your gums.
I like it.
You can afford to pay for the garment, right? Practice what you're preaching and support a black business.
Tomorrow we'll be talking about loudmouth women. Tomorrow, the issue of loudmouth women.
Yeah, starring me, bitch. What is he talking about? Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll be discussing loudmouth women and why they need to pipe down, bruv.
Yes, and I will be here to stand up for my loudmouth.
You'll be there. You will be there.
Yeah. Now let me tell you something.
The loudest mouth here. Go on. Hey, but listen, I've been on for like 3 hours, so everyone's got to say their closing statement because, bruv, it's long, innit? Yeah. So,
in conclusion, I'm always correct.
Please.
I'm gorgeous. You know, not everyone can be like me. It's real hard to be a bad bitch, you know. Don't compare yourself to me.
You're part of the problem. People like you are part of the problem. See? I'm a bad bee. That's a part of it as well, you know. That culture.
I just want to say to any young boys that are in this live,
please, drill music ain't the only way out. Pick up
Amen.
a trade, go do a traineeship, go do an internship, go do an apprenticeship, develop your skills, expand your skill set, and trust me, you will be successful. The world is your oyster.
Amen.
Amen. Awesome. Hey,
If they
listen.
really want to make some
Yeah.
serious money, get into STEM. Like
Yes.
them people in STEM. Like I'll be honest, I'm in STEM, right, and I'm okay. I'll be honest. So this is why I'm just like, and people don't. They're looking at what these rappers are earning. These man, they're earning hundreds, like not 100 hundreds, right? So yeah, you look at them and they look like normal brothers. They make more money than these rappers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because that's stable, consistent money, right? So then they invest, and then on top of so yeah. Anyway, that's the best advice I can give. Get into STEM.
Absolutely.
That's it.
That's that. Forget all this entertainment crap, bruv. Yeah. And actually, the STEM fields are actually like things that we need. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry,
You're good with
all this
computers.
entertainment is
Tech
useless.
people make
It's not
money.
helping us. But go on.
There's cybersecurity, there's tech, they make money.
Yeah, anything to do with AI and computers, bro, get into that, bro, because that's the future anyway. It's the present and the future. Yeah, real talk. But anyway,
Yo, let me add something before I go, bro.
yeah, go on, bro.
Bro, you didn't really let me say half of what I wanted to say, but it's alright, bro. Bro, if you're like young and you're like watching this live, bro, just stay true to yourself, bro. Like literally, that's all you need to do, bro. Stay true to yourself, bro. You don't need to follow trends and all this bullshit, bro. There's rappers and shit, bro. Just be yourself, bro. Honestly. I don't really like the be yourself advice because sometimes being yourself is not really the best thing to be. Like you need to like change who you are, but for the most part, yeah, just be yourself, bro. Honestly, like stay true to yourself. Try to do the right things, and bro, you be good, bro. Trust. Just believe that you're gonna get better, bro, and you're definitely gonna get better, bro. So that's it, bro.
Awesome. I really respect that. Good message. Mike, you're the last one, bro. Mike, are you still there? Is he falling asleep?
All right, bless.
All right, take care, man.
Yeah.
I think Mike's gone. All right, so this has been an awesome live stream, man. I've been on for a while. Obviously, the live stream's going to my YouTube channel. Yeah, so you lot can watch it back and that. You get me? King Rich is on YouTube. KingRiChez. 97.6 thousand subscribers on YouTube, man. All organic, yeah, from the ground. Yeah. And yes,
Yeah,
if
big
someone
yourself up, man.
violates me, I will punch them in the face. Yeah,
Oh,
it's bait.
King.
You guys have a good night.
Good night, chat. Bye.
Nah, hey, you lot
Blessings and
later.
love.
I'm good. Later.